Hi. Welcome back for Eternity.
Yeah. The best has been standing here for 2 weeks crying, staring at Kay and Edgeworth while his wonderful music plays in the background.
Mm-hmm. Will he finally say something? Do we have good timing? Doesn't look like it. Well, we'll need another week.
Yeah.
He looks a little worse for wear. Why were you tied up in a place like this? How should I know? You guys don't know anything about me. It's because we don't know. That's why we're asking you.
He's completely shut off his heart.
Oh no,
Like
we
a
need to
shadow
put him in.
Pokemon.
Yeah, we need to put him in the fucking machine. Indeed, if it's come to this, I suppose I have no choice but to use that.
Oh, I don't remember the fucking evidence. You mean...
I hate to do this when he's in such a fragile state. It's like kicking a man who's down. This is the plot for something.
Will it be alright? His mind might break if you corner him too much, you know?
Thank goodness they didn't say if you edge him too much. Yes, I'm aware of that. I will try to be careful. Good grief. I wonder how this will turn out. I never held back against anyone before.
It is a little weird.
This is a little awkward. We're playing chess with him. Okay. After running out of the meeting room this morning, why would he be here of all places? You guys, you don't know how I feel.
Guess I get to drink some water.
He has gone through a lot of shock. He must be on the verge of an emotional meltdown. Can't be helped. Times like this, I must quietly listen to what he has to say. Oh, it's your baby. No one tells me anything. I'm always the only one being left out like an idiot. I should try to answer his questions as best I can. Considering how fragile he is, I don't have much time to spare.
Please, be the third person.
I'll need to ask about his true feelings and try to calm him down post-haste. You're a failure as a person. Could you please tell me what's on your mind? I don't want to. It's not like you listen to me anyways. I could pretend to listen. What's wrong? Nobody be shouting objection right now.
I like that they actually played the voice line. That was so unnecessary, but it's really good polish.
You're serious? You're really gonna listen to what I have to say? I can understand the shock you went through after what happened with your father. It was just props. This morning I lost everything.
Oh, you poor baby.
Do you understand? You have been cornered.
That's the weird thing to say
Mom,
in response to that.
Please stop it already. Just leave me alone already. I can't trust anyone anymore. Curses. If I make any pointless remarks, his mind will break. Even so, he's someone that cries easily. Whether he's feeling down or he's losing his temper. He'll be crying either way, so I won't be able to tell the difference.
What the fuck, man?
I should try reading the emotion of what he's saying. Objection!
No, I think it was, oh, you poor baby.
Everything I had was given to me by Pops. Tell me, Mr. Edgeworth, what am I supposed to believe in? If you can't believe in others, then at least believe in yourself. You'll need to gain experience on your own, but if you require wisdom, I can lend you a hand. Oh, ever since I got locked up, I've been thinking. Am I too inculpable to be a prosecutor? Incapable? Which one is it? I believe incapable is the word you were looking for. Judging your own ability is not an easy task. Sebastian, little by little, you are growing.
I mean, I am 17.
Sebastian, would you tell me your side of the story? I understand. What should I talk about? He seems to have calmed down slightly. like you to tell me everything you know about the kidnappers. Now then, tell me what you heard and saw.
You're a failure of a person.
Loser! You're a loser! Are you feeling sorry for yourself?
Probably who kidnapped you as a start? I don't know though. We already asked him about his home.
Sure. Do you have any idea who the kidnappers could be?
Of course I don't. If I did, I would have told you already.
I have enough clues to proceed with this line of
I
questioning.
guess that would be what we end on. It's probably objective first, honestly.
Or are you tied up in your own home of all places?
That's what I'd like to know. I'm the victim here. How would I know? I was really scared being locked up alone, you know.
Huh. Did your abductor happen to say anything to you?
I don't really get it, but one of them said, don't blame us. Blame the owner of this house.
I wonder what that means. Probably isn't the owner of Blaze Def- Well, yeah, maybe he doesn't want an answer.
Oh, and now you're ignoring me. You just came to laugh at me, didn't you?
Calm down. It seems I waited too long.
Yeah. I know he's not the sharpest tool in the shed.
Sebastian.
I'm the homeowner of 17.
The owner of this house. Wouldn't that be Blaze the best?
Pops!
I get it. Someone who hates Pops must have taken me hostage. No. Considering the situation, that seems unlikely. The connection between Blaze and the kidnappers. This could be a useful clue.
Yeah, probably objective.
Do you know what the kidnappers' objective was?
What are you saying? What else would a kidnapper want besides a ransom?
Alright. But we don't... I guess he thinks it's... Yeah.
Blaze is behind the
Okay,
kidnapping.
okay, I thought we'd have to get there somehow else.
Kidnapper can easily use his own home to hold someone captive. Sebastian, you were kidnapped by your own father.
Like, Matt Engard.
Well, what? It can't be. Was he going to kill me because I was a nuisance?
Would there be any reason for him to take your life? If his son was found dead in his own garage, Blaze would be suspected immediately.
I see. Well, then, why was I kidnapped?
Kidnapping his own son. I'm pretty sure he would have been after any ransom money. There must be some other reason why Blaze ordered the kidnapping. This could be a useful clue.
Okay.
Let me try using that clue. Kidnapping his own son in order to demand a ransom wouldn't make much sense.
Yeah, you're right.
Did you notice anything strange when you got kidnapped?
Oh, well, as soon as I answered their question, they just took me away.
They asked you a question, huh? Tell me what they asked you.
Huh? Don't glare at me like that. I think they asked me, do you know Courtney?
Wait, do they think he's her son?
No, maybe.
Definitely not, right?
I mean, the way that she cares for him, maybe. Do you know Courtney? Courtney who? Courtney's nuts.
No.
I see. The pieces of the puzzle are starting to fall into place. Blaze and the kidnappers did not intend to kidnap you. Their objective was John Marsh. They were planning to kidnap Judge Courtney's son in order to have Patricia Rowland declared not guilty. Justine had a son? And Warden Rowland gets declared not guilty? I suspect the kidnappers mistook you for John Marsh.
I love him. I actually love him.
Who, Sebastian or the kidnappers?
Sebastian.
Oh yeah, Sebastian's great.
What? Oh, this was just a mistake?
Wait, maybe that's why back then. Huh? Did you just remember something?
No, it's nothing.
They definitely didn't. Like, ask if my name was John.
Let me use this anyways. Just leave me alone already.
This is bad. He might be at his emotional limit. And I might be at my limit too. I need some fucking tissues. Jesus, I'll be right back.
Fucking last lap of Mario Kart right here with this music speed up. I feel like I'm getting coconut mold.
I swear to God, the pattern is like every 2 months. So if I get sick again during the fucking trip, I'm gonna like shoot somebody. But I should be fine. I must get him to tell me what he remembered. I try to calm him down as well. Based on how distressed Sebastian looks right now, must have been quite traumatic. I'll need to help him get back on his feet. What do you remember just now?
I don't remember anything about that guy.
About Blaze? Would that guy happen to be Blaze?
Darn it!
Oh, so this is the difference between me and someone who earned his prosecutor title. I wanted to ask you, why'd you become a prosecutor?
What does it matter? I'm not fit to be a prosecutor anyways.
It fits me quite well.
Say something.
You must have some reason for choosing this path, right?
No, it's not like that. It wasn't anything special. I became a prosecutor for a really insignificant reason. It was just a personal reason.
Just like you, I too became a prosecutor for a personal reason.
Huh? Is that true? But you're a really successful prosecutor. I'm sure that Pops, the PIC chairman, would have been more proud of you than me.
Oh.
I see. So you wanted your father's approval.
Oh, I thought that if I became the best prosecutor, he'd be proud of me. That's why I just wanted to help out Pops as much as I could.
Would you happen to be protecting your father?
I don't have any reason to protect someone like him.
It might be the,
Didn't you want to help out your father? As much as you could?
Just once. I only wanted to be useful to Pop just this once. That way, I could help him regain his repetition.
I think you just wait and see.
Oh, and now you're ignoring me. You just came to laugh at me, didn't you?
No, as Edgeworth, you can never ignore the chance to correct somebody.
Yeah, that's okay.
Ah, shit. Wrong button.
You really are laughing at me. We might run out of time and lose a 20th of our fucking health bar. Wait and see.
Not yet. Alright, it's this one.
Yeah.
You seem to be mixing up your words again. The word you're looking for is reputation.
Edgeworth is a fucking Redditor, dude.
Yeah, he is. He is absolutely a grammar Nazi.
Fix this for you.
All day was not this bad. I hop on. Nose is like, no, you're not getting through this session.
No one's ever told me that before.
Your father, who has strayed from his path, continues to add to his crimes. Your father, the Black Panther, is your father. Even knowing that, do you truly want things to stay the way they are?
But in that case, just what am I supposed to do?
You should triumph over your father, who has treated you like a fool. You must stop Blaze before he commits another crime.
I never thought of it that way. I want to triumph over Pops.
Somehow it seems he has calmed down once again. Now's my chance to ask him about Blaze's secret.
What do you mean somehow?
Maybe the reason this game takes none of your health is that you have to assume that this is like a chess match where Edgeworth like plays it like checkers, where he gets infinite moves. So whenever like the opponent gets a move, they take one of his like fucking 18 pieces. How many pieces are in chess?
In chess, 16.
Yeah, 16. Yeah, they take one of his 16 pieces. So that's why it only takes like a 16th of your health.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
I'll give Sebastian the courage to face his father. Is there some connection between your father and Patricia Rowland?
I'm sorry. I don't really know.
Every tiny bit helps. Can you remember anything at all?
I think sometimes they would interact with each other during work, but...
But, is there something else on your mind?
Well, apparently Pops is the one who recommended Roland to be the warden.
Oh? Was there a reason for Blaze to recommend her?
Well, probably because, unlike me, Pops actually cares about her.
I guess nobody likes you at all.
Well, Pops has known her since he first became the chief prosecutor, after all.
What was he like when he was the chief prosecutor?
Oh, Pops was amazing. He'd look over every single piece of evidence that went through the prosecutor's office.
He looked over every single piece of evidence? This could be a major clue.
I see.
It seems that the evidence regarding Patricia Rowland never made it to trial. It's the duty of a prosecutor to watch over the evidence. Did you take care of it properly?
Well, that's not it. Just listen to what I have to say.
Okay.
I thought I would keep it in the safest place I do. What have I done?
Huh. He seems to have become unsettled again. I suppose I should lend him a hand. Did you give the evidence to Blaze? The place you thought would be the safest, would that have been in Blaze the Best's hands?
He told me it would be safer if he took care of the evidence.
I'm sorry, but he has betrayed your trust in the worst way possible.
Pops, why would he want me to hide the evidence?
Blaze's objective was to have Warden Rowland found not guilty by obscuring the truth. Sebastian, you were used by your father. It's possible that Blaze the Best has the evidence within him. Within him, yeah, in his soul.
Yeah, son, I just shoved it in my butthole.
I was talking about like anime, like how you have friendship with inside you.
Oh, no, I like mine thing better.
I also like your thing better. I think that's funnier.
Alright.
I ate it.
I used it to sound.
He uses it to cheat at chess. Furthermore, we still have no idea where John is.
There you go. We were right back.
Must return to my investigation post-haste, however.
This is all my fault. What am I gonna do now?
Seem like this, I can't just leave him be. I have to put him out of his fucking misery. He is still suffering in the gap between his ideal and reality. He will never move on until he figures out how to live his own life. Okay, where are the clown papers? I need to hand him over.
This feels like Sonic rock lyrics, which like I can feel
He
this line.
will never move on
Like,
until
this
he
song
figures
play,
out
like, those
how to
lyrics
live
play
his
while you,
own
like,
life.
You go supersonic, like with Shadow at the end of Sonic Adventure 2. Spoilers for Sonic Adventure 2.
Oh, something like, he will never live on until he figures out how to live his
No,
own
no,
life! And like
No,
fucking...
more like the first part. More like the first thing you did, honestly.
Okay. Sebastian's about to face his greatest trial. Perhaps this is fate. I shall give him the push forward that he needs. Do you still intend to continue as a prosecutor?
I don't really know. It's not like I became a prosecutor of my own. Because of that, do I even have the right to continue being a prosecutor?
Whether or not you continue as a prosecutor is something you must decide for yourself.
But
Only you can determine your path in life.
I don't want to stop being a prosecutor.
Cute. He doesn't like Courtney.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever noticed that.
No, I mentioned that too earlier. I think that was like the last session.
Because if I give up now, I know I'm going to regret it for the rest of my life.
So he wants to continue to live as a prosecutor. I shall keep his will in mind. What do you plan to do from here on?
Well, first, I'm returning this red jacket. I'm not fit to wear it. Clothes fake the man. I think that's what Pops used to say. He knew all along I was a fake.
It would look much better on
It's not fake. The saying is clothes make the man. You are wearing what you wear. You are what you wear, but...
Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. I've learned something new yet again.
Yeah. All you have to do now is become a prosecutor who's fit to wear that jacket.
Yeah, I'll do my best. That way no one will ever make fun of me again.
You'll always be fun.
Jeez.
But how can I get people to accept me? What do I do? I don't know what to do.
I don't have enough clues to proceed with this line.
Well, we'll leave you on that one, Sebastian. They'll be asking something entirely different.
Hey, will you continue to ignore the truth just like your father?
Please stop it already. I don't want your putty. Just leave me alone.
I believe pity is the word you're looking for.
Oh, really?
I also have my own reasons for wanting to speak with you. There was a time when I, too, did not seek the truth and continued to run away from it. However, thanks to a certain friend, I was able to realize my mistake.
A certain friend who gave him unnecessary feelings.
That's nice. You're lucky, Mr. Edgeworth. I don't have anyone like that.
If you have the courage to stand up, I will show you the way.
What?
Only if you have the will for it, though.
I don't want to be like Pops. I don't want to only be relevant for one game and then never show up again.
Well,
Oh, sorry about that. Kay's like, no, bud, this is my last one, too.
at least I got two, though.
So he wants to surpass his own father. I understand his feelings clearly now. Sebastian says that he wants to surpass his father and continue to be a prosecutor. In other words, he wants to be a different prosecutor from his father. It's the first answer he's arrived at on his own. I'm sure if he has the will, he'll find his way. It would look much better on me. For goodness sake, don't you remember your own words? Perhaps his own will can show him the way. As a prosecutor, didn't you want to walk a different path from your father? Certainly, the path you have chosen is not an easy one. Nevertheless, you still chose to live as a prosecutor. In that case, it should be clear to you what you need to do.
Ugh.
I still question how I live my life to this day. But you, Sebastian, have found your own answer. So believe in yourself, Prosecutor de Best. He was mistaken for John, kidnapped by Blaze's underlings. And after his father stole his evidence, he lost his confidence as a prosecutor. The emotions he's going through must be more painful than anything I could ever imagine. Looks back to the time his father was fucking shot right in front of him. It's taken longer than I thought, but that it's checkmate.
Wow, Mr. Edgeworth, did you really need to correct his fucking grammar so much? asshole.
Darn it!
I believe you mean damn it. He dashed out of here at full speed.
Wow, Mr. Edgeworth, you made a child run away and cry. You're really epic.
It's normal for you.
It seems if there's one thing he's the best at, it's running away.
Wow, if I was a psychic, I'm sure I'd be hearing you say something very cruel to yourself, huh?
Trust me, I had a lot more cruel options up in the old noggin.
Outside Granddad Tower.
What if there was an alternate ending where during the option where you could have said, I would look better in that suit, he takes it off and you wear it for the rest of the game and get a bad ending?
Good ending, more like.
Curses! We're running out of time. We should check up with Mr. Shields. I'd also like to know what the situation is on their end.
But Mr. DeBest ran off again.
We'll just give him the new information we discovered. Francisco will take his place.
I wonder if that's gonna be enough.
Can't be helped. Since he ran away, there's nothing more we can do.
You calling DoorDash? I want the Grimace shake. No, you're not.
Yeah, you want to go get a Grimace shake? Yeah, well, I guess I'll say it again.
You.
Wait, what happened?
I said not from you.
Oh. There's no murder weapon. You can't prove the defendant's guilty. Just because we don't have
the murder weapon doesn't mean the defendant is innocent. It seems you wish to taste the sting of my whip.
Mr. Attorney, this trial, how much longer will it take? Because it feels like it hasn't gone anywhere for a good while now.
Well, sorry, but that stubborn prosecutor over there just doesn't seem to understand.
Until I am satisfied, this whip will lash out at you as many times as I see fit.
Well, now she's probably with me once for every year I've been alive. Miles, what's taking you so long? Even though we're just stalling for time, Uncle Ray can't keep this up much longer. Whoops, excuse me, phone call. Mind if I take this?
I will allow it as long as it's not you part-timing as a DoorDash driver.
Yeah, Grimace shake, alright.
What the fuck did I...
Who ordered that? They're sick.
Make it 2, Mr. Shields.
Francisca just like does the shiver post. Mr. Shields. Oh, Miles, it's you. How's it going over there?
Welcome to the Dark Void.
Well, we found Sebastian. Wow, and the knife and the chisel. Seems he handed the evidence over to Blaze DeBest. It's very likely that Blaze knows the whereabouts of the murder weapon. That's Chairman DeBest. But why would Blaze? That I don't know yet. What in blazes? However, there may be some hidden connection between Mr. Roland and Blaze. Gotcha. In that case, I'll issue a subpoena for Blaze DeBest right away. I'll grill him personally. I will continue to search for the missing evidence. And for John as well. I'll try to hurry it up, would you? We're all at our wit's end over here. Feels like the verdict could be handed down at any moment. Understood. This is kind of like Game 2, Case 4. But in the opposite direction, like you're playing as Gumshoe.
Yeah, it is really interesting.
How much longer can Judge Courtney Hart hold out? I know she's in a lot of pain. I've got to hurry.
So, how's the trial going?
Blaze will be taking the stand. I don't know how things will turn out, though.
What's the ETA on my order? Cancelled? Alright. He'll do anything, from hiding evidence to kidnapping. He really is nothing but trouble.
I agree. We should probably take another look at the evidence concerning him.
Okay, leave it to me. First, here's the latest evidence, fresh from the scene.
They're the gloves from earlier, although I'm certainly curious about them. Anything else?
the case files from the IS-7 incidents. If I recall, Blaze was also involved in this, right?
Indeed. He was involved in destroying the evidence. For now, let's keep this on hand. IS-7 incident document. Now then, is there anything else?
Of course, last but not least, we've got this.
This is the Yatagarasu badge. Okay. Talking about things related to Blaze. Please be serious. Who would ever display their badge to another person in such a fashion?
It's really funny that we're on the other end of that now for once in the fucking franchise. But aren't you always going around presenting random evidence too, Mr. Edgeworth?
No, well, that's different. That is absolutely all that was. Huh? Isn't that Sebastian?
What are you doing here?
That's not me. Whoa! Wow!
He ignored us.
He came out of the Grand Tower. What was he doing in there? Book him.
Is he the replacement DoorDasher? Let's go investigate what Mr. DeBest was up to.
Maybe that's what he meant by prosecuting.
Do you ever, like, start, like, a joke and then you keep, like, referencing it as a callback even though it's not funny?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
And eventually it wraps around to being funny. At least you hope it does.
No, it's not. It's really not.
Yes, let us go. The hatch is open.
It might be Mr. DeBest who opened it.
Did Sebastian come in here?
Let me tell you, Mr. Edgeworth, this is not a McDonald's. Over there. The safe's open.
Did he come here to open that? Let's examine it thoroughly.
There's something inside the safe.
Let's go ahead and have a look. There are some documents in here.
It's just a bunch of papers and... Huh? There's a photo here, too.
This is a picture of...
Huh? That's Mr. Knightley.
Horace Knightley, the president's bodyguard.
And that one line has you out of commission. Why is his picture here? And what are all these papers for?
Goodbye, my throat. I don't know. We'll have to read the documents to find out. I'm all but certain there's a connection between Knightley and Dogen. Dogen's chess partner, whose identity remained unknown until now, was actually Knightley all along. That's proof enough. Tomorrow, I shall interrogate him in the warden's office. I'll get him to confess that he's one of Dogen's henchmen. I think he laid to rest near the flower bed 12 years ago. You simply must retrieve it. There seems to be a report about Knightley.
Not to mention, it was apparently written before Knightley was killed.
Horace Knightley was murdered while he was being interrogated in the warden's office. Judging from the contents, this document was probably written by Patricia Rowland.
I knew it.
The question, however, is who this report was addressed to.
The owner of this safe is...
The conductor, Blaze DeBest.
So this proves that Miss Rowland and Blaze are connected.
Indeed. However, it's not just the two of them.
Huh?
Blaze DeBest and Patricia Rowland were searching for Dogen's henchmen.
Sir Han Dogen, that dog-loving assassin, in case you forgot about that weird random villain.
This means that there's a hidden connection between the three of them.
I wonder what it could be.
I don't know, but it must be related to this case.
So, I mean, it you know, could be the president of Zangpo, I guess, for some reason. There's some other stuff in here that I remember seeing, like this purple drink. No, there's not a purple drink.
There's something on his finger.
Let's have a closer look.
His body like this really does look like he drank the Grimace Shake recently and just, like, died.
Oh, it looks like an expensive ring.
Don't steal it.
Well, I didn't do anything yet.
It's Horace Knightley's. The chessboard and the ring. All of his possessions are inside the safe.
So basically, all this stuff is evidence from the prison case?
Correct.
Then the knife and chisel that vanished might be in here too. Let's see, Mr. Knife, Mr. Chisel, Mr. Shake. They're not in there. I guess this is all just Mr. Knightley's stuff.
I see. That's too bad. Horace Knightley is dead.
Wait, what? Really?
Yagsworth! This game isn't over yet. You hear me? I.
However, the game is not over yet. Unless I can see it through to the end.
Oh, it's a memento, so you can use it to like
What
if
the-
you if you hit 0
Hello?
HP, it will. Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, I
What the
found-
fuck is this green taxi arrow?
I found a floating arrow.
Wow, warped me upstairs. Young lady.
This might
Good
be
sir.
The killer.
That's what I'm thinking. Might interest you in some cotton candy. Actually, I think you were the killer.
Was I? There is also ice cream, if that is what you'd prefer.
Yeah, I do remember, because you did like a half Azazel, half what's his name thing. Voice. You! Shelly the killer!
It's good to see you are well, Mr. Edgeworth. What are you doing in a place like this? As you can see, I am selling cotton candy.
That's a fucking ice cream cone.
Close enough. Would you care for some heavenly cotton candy? Even sweeter than death, one bite will send you straight to heaven.
That's definitely not something I'd want to buy from the killer.
Wait, he has like a suit monogrammed with his fucking, like...
You know, why not?
The meaning of my message. Have you understood it? I congratulate you on resolving the case, however. Can you truly say in good conscience that it has been solved?
Have you been spying on us this whole time?
Spying? Heavens, no. I was simply watching over you. While disguised as a cotton candy salesman.
Who was there the whole time and we didn't notice? I mean, we talked to the cotton candy guy. Isn't that the exact same thing? What is this man's objective? Are you the one who murdered the president?
No. The contract with my client has already expired. President Huang is a bit of a celebrity in the world of assassins, you see. Over the years, many attempts of his life were made, and yet he stubbornly lives on.
Till today.
He is a robust man, surrounded by flawless security.
Not that flawless, I guess.
He even employs body doubles.
Robust. That president? Rotund seems more apt.
God, I wish I was a psychic, Mr. Edgeworth. Whew.
However, it seems this time that the president's security wasn't exactly flawless.
Mr. Rook had only just prevented your previous assassination, but this time, I did not kill him. It is not my principle to kill needlessly. Except for Ma Ungard, that guy.
He fucking deserved it.
I am also grateful to Rook, a worthy adversary who is connected to me by fate. Thanks to that man, I did not kill a target who had no value to be killed.
Thanks to Rook preventing the assassination? What does it even mean?
My client deliberately gave me a false target. It was a betrayal most foul. I am now searching for my client. In all likelihood, it is the same person you are looking for.
Is he saying that his client murdered the president? Just who is this person you're referring to?
I myself am not allowed to say. It would be a violation of the rule. I cannot disclose the identity of my client, for to do so would create a problem of trust with my other clients. This is precisely why I am personally searching for them myself. What are you gonna do when you find your client? Of course, they shall be rewarded with a punishment most befitting of a traitor. What? That person? What'll happen to them? I will leave that up to your imagination.
It certainly won't be anything pleasant.
Oh yes, I will tell you just one more thing. 3 days ago, Sirhan Dogan escaped from prison.
What?
Was I this fucking weirdo? 3 nights passed.
Maybe,
Dogan's
yes.
solitary cell was found vacant.
You were like, I am Dogan. You did like that voice.
It was almost as if he knew I would come pay him a visit.
He visited Dogan's cell? Could it be that the person the killer is searching for is...
Well then, if you'll excuse me, I must get going. Let us both do our best in tracking down that person.
So the killer and Dogan, these two assassins, they're having an ass-off. An ass-off, if you will. This sound is...
Mr. Edgeworth.
This sounds like a temple theme from, like, Oracle of Ages or Oracle of Seasons.
I was about to have Kay say, like, oh, sorry, I left Oracle of Ages on. Which is funny, because I've never played it, so I don't actually know if this sounds like that.
This is such an Oracle of Ages dungeon theme. It has, like, that bit crushed Capcom, like, trying to be, like, really epic. But a lot of the temple themes are, like, a little repetitive.
Gotcha.
But some of them are really catchy.
Kay, is this your...
Oh my god, this is, like, actually... I mean, wait, this is a Capcom game. They totally just ripped off the fucking sound font.
Well, this isn't me, Mr. Edgeworth. Did you notice a Pokestop here, though? Mr. Edgeworth, Judge Courtney's cell phone is ringing.
Oh, it's probably like an 8-bit rendition of the Moomin theme, or whatever the fuck the thing's called.
Yeah, probably.
Which, this does actually remind me of Godzilla's theme,
A
so...
little bit, yeah, I can see it.
Could it be John? Mr. Edgeworth, how are you doing?
I have my suspicions on who this is, but I'm gonna keep it under lock and key.
Sounds like they're using it. It must be Phoenix.
Yeah.
Sounds like they're using a voice changer. Actually, Mr. Edgeworth, it's Pearls! Who is this?
Someone you've been searching for, he. The one in the red hood.
No. Someone you've been searching for. The one in the red hood. The red hood. Are you the person who ambushed Kay? Brilliant deduction. I'd expect no less from the prodigy prosecutor such as yourself.
Mr. Edgeworth, I want to listen in on this too.
Very well, I'll put it on speaker. Well, I must say I didn't expect the girl to get amnesia.
Hey, what's that supposed to mean?
But that's not all, you see. Perhaps I should let you in on this, Mr. Edgeworth. Actually, I was the one who ordered Blaze to Bash to kill Jane Cray. Jane Cray. Jill Cray. What? This must be the person the killer spoke of. I really should thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. You have no reason to thank me. Oh, you haven't noticed. My, that's troublesome, you know. That's troublesome, you know. I wanted you to catch Blaze for me. So I took dear little Kay. What? If Kay was suspected, I knew you would investigate the case. And I was sure that the great Miles Edgeworth would be able to catch Blaze. It was all according to my plan. And you know, I get the feeling that you have the wrong idea. So let me clear something up. Blaze the Best wasn't the one who kidnapped Miss Courtney's son. You. What do you know about the kidnapping? You and Miss Courtney are really quite alike, you know. She even came to visit you in the detention center and got all friendly with you. How could this person know something like that? Judge Courtney was supposed to have visited me using the detective's name. I bet you're wondering how I knew about the kidnapper, right?
Wait, they get to be psychic, but I don't?
Yeah, sorry, Kay. You get to be a ninja. Only mine.
That's fine, I guess.
It's quite simple, really. It's because darling little John is in my care right now. What?
Huh?
You seem surprised. If only I could see the look on your faces. Quickly, little Kay. You have to hurry and steal him back.
You wouldn't want to tarnish the Adagaras's name on your first job, would you?
You even know it's my first job?
How does this person know everything in so much detail?
Well, I suppose I can't blame you for your mistake. It seems Blaze was after John as well, you see.
Wait, Mr. Edgeworth. What if this is Gumshoe?
I had that thought.
Yeah, no.
It wasn't the person that I said a second ago I had a hunch on, but that's like my plan B, if it's not the person that I actually did.
But why would Gumshoe do all this?
I don't know why, but he doesn't appear in any future game, so it could be some weird bullshit where they reveal some backstory with him and Blaze.
My only problem with that is that if they do that, it makes the shit with Enbright, or what the fuck his name is, even worse.
Oh, with Fulbright.
Fulbright. Because that 2 times they make the detective an asshole.
I mean, okay, but this game did it first, so I'll just like Dual Destinies less, and that's fine.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It'll make that worse.
Yeah, so that's fine.
Poor Dual Destinies. I really like that game.
I like the last trial except for the gacha, and I like the first trial a little. I don't really like the village of what are they called?
Oh yeah, the village wasn't that fun. I like the school.
The village is fun. I don't like the school. Was fun. I don't
Why
like
not?
The school. I don't know.
Had some fun characters in there.
Yeah.
You got to see Hair Forehead again.
I mean, that's nice.
Except he's not Hair Forehead. He calls Apollo Hair Forehead.
Yeah.
So there were 2
I think
kidnappings.
Dual Destinies is probably like my least favorite of the main 6, though.
He's such a fool, you know. Kidnapping his own son instead.
Is John there with you? If he is, then I would like to hear his voice.
He's here, but I'm afraid I can't do that, pal. You see, he's asleep right now.
In that case, there's no way for us to know if you're really kidnapped John or not.
I suppose you don't have to believe me if you don't want to.
What is your objective? Is it to get Patricia Rowland declared not guilty?
A not guilty verdict, huh? I couldn't care less about that.
So the objective is different from the Blazes.
I think I'll keep my objective a secret for now. Well then, I must be going. I hope you enjoy it yourself, Mr. Edgeworth.
I don't think you can get away with this.
Then come and get me. I'll be looking forward to it. That is, if you can bring me to justice. But I highly doubt that.
A possible motivation Gumshoe could have is, like he was saying with getting Kay, like, involved in the last case, it could just be a whole thing where it's like, for some reason Gumshoe's being stupid, and instead of saying like, hey pal, I think there's some, you should investigate this, he's doing some crazy bullshit instead. I don't actually think this is the case,
No.
But if it is the case, that's how they're going to explain it.
The thing is, Gumshoe as a character is either too stupid to do something this smart, or is actually secretly a mastermind.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be like some weird, he's stupid, so he's doing something smart.
I mean, I guess so, but either way.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll let you know who I think it is if, like, depending on how it pans out. I don't want to do the thing where it's revealed and I'm like, oh, that's who I thought it was. But I also don't want to, I don't know. I feel like if I'm right, it might ruin the reveal. Who in the world was that?
I don't know. We don't have information.
Darn it. We're totally clueless.
I know what you can do. Just post a spoiler tag of who you think it is in the DMs. And then we can look at it later.
Yeah, I guess that works. I can trust you not to click on this.
Hoo-hoo, I got her. Now I'll click on it.
Meanwhile, they seem to know everything about us.
Everything about us. Okay, you're right. Thinking about it, it is strange. How does the culprit know so much about us?
It's so weird. I mean, they even know about the kidnapping. That's Ross taking a break to go click on the message.
Maybe it's Pain. Actually, you know who it probably could be?
Pain.
Yeah, it could be Pain. It could be, what's his name? The fuck is your name, dude? I always forget your name. Raymond Shields.
He's in the courtroom right now, though.
That's the thing.
It
Nicole
could be,
Swift.
It
Could also be Simon.
No. Maybe it's Lang. I don't know. We'll find out.
I don't think it could be Lang. He doesn't say Mr. Edgeworth. It is I, Penny Nickel.
Can you imagine if if I see that reveal and I still thought she was like 13?
Yeah. I don't know. We must figure out how the culprit was able to obtain that information. Actually, is Gumshoe even in the fucking profiles?
Yeah, he is.
Oh, yes, he is. Where the fuck has he been?
He showed up at one point. When we, like, exited the building, at one point, he was just, like, to the right. It was kind of weird.
I must recall what exactly did that person know. I was so tired of getting my money cut, pal. I just had to do something about it. You and Miss Courtney are really quite alike, you know. She even came to visit you in the detention center and got all friendly with you. You wouldn't want to tarnish the Anagaross's name on your first job, would you?
Do you even know it's my first job?
You seem surprised. If only I could see the look on your faces. That's it. By analyzing our conversation with the culprit, I figured it out, Kay. I know the source of this person's information.
What? Really? That's not the DoorDasher, by the way, right?
In all likelihood, this person probably
planted a bug on us, probably, because they would be able to hear, right?
I believe it's highly likely that we have been bugged.
But bugged?
Do you recall what that person said? You seem surprised. If only I could see the look on your faces. If they couldn't see our faces, that means they weren't taking our picture or following us.
Then they must have planted a bug somewhere. Could it be in my stuff?
Was there anything they could have had a chance to bug? There must be a hint somewhere in our conversation just now. That's right. That person knew something they shouldn't have. The conversation between Judge Courtney and myself in the visitor's room.
Yeah. Oh, but he would have had Kay's badge on him, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Judge Courtney.
Hush. Please, have a seat.
The only evidence I had with me at the time was...
I was right!
Kay, may I see your badge?
My Yatagarasu's badge? No way.
You said you didn't want it before. Why not?
I just tried to show it to you. Mr. Edgeworth, just because you became a great thief's assistant doesn't mean you're ready to wear this badge yet.
That's not it. It's very likely that a bug was planted in it.
What? In my badge?
Let's take a closer look. Watch it be fucking huge.
Oh?
You probably have to
apparently
pop
not.
this open.
Yeah.
I've been wondering about this for some time now. Did you inherit that badge from your predecessor too?
Nope, there wasn't one, so I made my own.
I thought so. He is rather conspicuous. Think you're just about the only thief who would ever wear something like that.
Hey, stop making fun of me. This is...
It seems I was right.
I forgot I put a cavity in here. How did you know?
The person had been in contact with you.
When I was knocked unconscious.
Yeah. That's why I thought one of your possessions might have been bugged. However, that person also overheard my conversation with Judge Courtney. Even though that conversation took place in the visitor's room with just the two of us.
Could you make it if you tried? So you were holding on to it at that time.
+2. Exactly. All the other
Thanks,
evidence
Mr.
had been
Edgeworth.
taken away from me. Only the Atagarashu's badge remained with me.
So this creep's been listening in on us the whole time.
Indeed. That must be how they knew all the information we collected.
Does that mean they're also listening in on this conversation?
Most likely.
Hey, creep, I want a grimace shake and a small I didn't read the line.
Okay. Let's just say Buster, that's all it was.
Eavesdropping is for cowards. Why don't you come out here and fight us fair and square with a milkshake?
What was that sound just now?
Ow.
Huh? Oh,
Huh?
that's...
That's Nicole. Honestly, y'all scared the bejesus out of me. Your voice was so loud there, little missy. I was so surprised I done fell flat on my behind. I'm sorry?
I guess it was maybe her, because the sound was so loud in her ear.
Why don't you click on the spoiler tag I sent you?
Oh, you think it was her? Huh. Well, you know, that could have been... Bear Trap, go! Yeah, I think she's a likely candidate. I was hard to shoot.
Although the fact that they're showing her now, I feel like it wouldn't be a sudden reveal like this.
Or would it?
I don't know. What were you getting so riled up for?
I guess she wouldn't have been able to see the look on their faces, quote unquote.
You gotta hear this. It really grinds my gears.
Hey, Lois.
Yes, yes.
Okay, please just leave it at that. Unless you want to make tomorrow morning's headlines.
Ah, that was close. Aw, shucks. Don't be such a stick in the mud. What's wrong with letting a gal open her heart and spill the beans?
For now, I'll turn the bug off.
I think that... I mean, they actually aren't suspecting her. So, did you find the kidnappers?
Miss Swift was the boy you saw being kidnapped. This boy in the photo.
Nope, they ain't nothing alike. He had a more stupid-looking face and was wearing a collared school uniform. I thought so.
Yet again, we were led astray by this woman's testimony. We'll have to conduct our investigation all over again. So we're back where we started. Are there any new leads? It's only 20 minutes left until 2 o'clock. We'll be able to make it in time?
Mr. Edgeworth, about that phone call just now. Wasn't there a strange sound at the end?
A strange sound. There was a boom. Don't think you can get away with this. Then come and
get me. I'll be looking forward to it.
I don't think it's her. She does say a couple, like, slightly yokel lines, but it's not, like, that crazy. Maybe that's a smoke bomb? I don't know what the fuck that is. Sound like an explosion. Might be a hint to establish the culprit's whereabouts.
I see. The sound of an explosion, eh?
Huh. I would appreciate if you stopped eavesdropping on us.
Mr. Prosecutor, you're as stingy as ever.
First, let's see what she has to say.
You
Maybe
want my
she's
help or not,
here.
you piece of shit?
So, because she can't listen to us with the bug turned off. I don't know. I think it's possible it could be Nicole. Oh. Well, there he is. Damn, I hope they don't find me.
You're terrible at hide and seek, Gummy. Gummy, why are you running away? That's the I kidnapped a child and I'm guilty about it face.
Detective Gumshoe. Oh, this is why he's doing everything, because he gave up his prosecutor's badge.
Yeah.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth gave up his prosecutor's badge. I just didn't know what to do. Detective Gumshoe, don't follow me. And then I began to think. Mr. Edgeworth isn't a prosecutor anymore. Does that mean I'm no longer a detective? Well, judging by the future games in the series, who knows what happened to you? Maybe he died of starvation. But that's not true. Even without Mr. Edgeworth, I'm still a detective. Investigating's my job. Detectives don't investigate just for the sake of prosecutors, pal. That's why, if I'm on my own, I won't stop investigating.
So, you've been investigating by yourself?
Then perhaps at that time.
You should thank your former subordinate. He gave me some valuable information which may save Kay Faraday.
Detective Gumshoe did. So Joe Crane's autopsy report. I went to the detention center to see how Kay was doing. That's when I heard. When you get to where I am, you can just create your own truths anytime you want. Kay Faraday is the culprit. That was the truth I simply manufactured out of thin air. Good, very good. That face, that expression. You heard that conversation?
Ah, so it is JoJo Part 4. Nice.
That's right. That's why I looked over the evidence again myself, sir.
Gummy, that's amazing. So it was you who saved me.
Okay. I'm really glad you got your memories back.
Thank you.
Oh, you get it now? I can investigate my own.
Oh, he cha-cha slide real smoothed out of there. Gummy, don't run away. You've already proven that you can investigate on your own.
He Oprah Red Raincoat style out of there.
He's wave dashing. He's wave dashing, Mr. Edgeworth.
Hot, 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 toya.
Do you think he's getting my McDonald's order?
No.
Do we have to walk there?
Okay, they're closed on 4th of July.
I just wanted to record a TikTok, Mr. Edgeworth.
I wanted to pretend to die, Mr. Edgeworth.
Isn't that funny?
Hee hee. Look, I have the fake purple blood and everything.
Look, they said this, there's like yams in it. It sounds tasty.
Yams. I thought it was cotton candy.
I don't know. You can hit the A button anytime, Mr. Edgeworth.
Did you read this line?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
After all, you saved me.
Detective, I need your help. Stop kidnapping children and come help us. Oh. Currently, I'm not a prosecutor, nor am I much of anything else. Even so, I'll pursue this case. I ask you not as a prosecutor, but as a friend. Detective Gumshoe, will you help us? Oh, please, cut it out, sir.
Gummy, he showed you the top of his head, like his dad always used to do.
What?
You don't remember that bit?
Oh yeah, I guess he does bow, yeah. Okay, I get it, bow. I can't bear to see Mr. Edgeworth bowing his head to me like this.
Gummy.
Thank you, Detective. What do you want me to do, sir? Detective Gumshoe, please tell me where you found your investigation so far. Roger, leave it to me, sir. I have 3 things to report. First up is about case closed. I went sent into the crime lab. Traces of an extremely powerful sleeping drug called Sleepy Z was found on them. So that means after Kay was drugged at Gourd Lake, she was brought to the roof of the Grand Tower. That's right, sir. Now for item number 2. The footage from the security camera at the Grand Tower's elevator. The footage that captured President Huang and Judge Court going up to the roof. The elevator is generally the only way to get up to the rooftop. If the elevator was used, the person who used it would be caught on camera. Exactly. In other words, if you looked over the footage from a couple of days ago, you should be able to see an unconscious Kay before being carried up onto the roof.
Then, Gummy, does that mean you...
I checked out all the footage from before the incident 2 days ago on Fast Forward. I see. And of results? Well, actually, none came up, sir. Kay never showed up on the tape at all. That was unexpected. I guess it won't be so easy. How was Kay brought up to the roof to the tower?
Probably the other possible route.
I should take a moment to carefully consider the possibilities. Well then, to your third and final report. Yes, sir. Last but not least, the most important thing to report. I'm so happy to be able to investigate with you again, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm going to give it my all to arrest the culprit. That's all, sir. Huh. Well, I apologize for putting you through so much, Detective Gumshoe. However, that was your most important report. It had nothing to do with the case at all. I would have preferred something that's actually useful, other than your platitude. Oh, that merciless attitude. That's the Mr. Edgeworth I know. This Kate's badge, right? They're presenting it for an actual reason this time? It's just as cool as a prosecutor's badge, isn't it, sir? But Mr. Edgeworth's badge, oh.
It's fine. Don't cry, Gummy. Even if Mr. Edgeworth quits being a prosecutor. I'm sure someone else will lower your salary for you during your salary assessment.
Someone else will lower by... Oh. Is he crying about his pay being cut, or that it'll be someone else cutting it? I don't know how much lower you can cut it. Can you divide by a penny?
I mean, yeah, if it's digital.
President Wong's assassination. Things sure have taken a turn for the worse, sir. I decided to investigate the case on my own. Trying to remember all the techniques you would use, Mr. Edgeworth. And above all else, what's most important is this. Even if something seems impossible at first glance, you must still suspect it. He was just like walking up to random people, slapping down a chessboard and be like, let's fucking go! It's like, okay, alright.
King E2, fuck!
Certainly you are correct, so far at least. Monsters don't actually exist in this world, but that's what it seems at first glance. Perhaps we should suspect that President Huang really was trampled by a monster. Thinking outside the box like this is really important, isn't it, Mr. Edgeworth?
Is that how they're telling us we should suspect him?
Oh, Detective Gumshoe, so close and yet so pain. No, they're telling us to suspect the girl over there. She totally fell because, like, we screamed in her ear. But, the fact that they did not draw attention to that tells me...
Yeah, right.
Haha, Mr. Edgeworth, you're such a joker. Looks like Kay's back to her old energetic self. Indeed. A little too energetic, I might add.
It's all thanks to Gummy and Mr. Edgeworth saving me. Thank you. I really, really mean it.
No need to thank us. All that matters is that you're back to your healthy self, Kay. Speaking of which, you got a bunch of bandages wrapped around your head. Have your injuries already healed, pal?
You bet. Those bandages were just to help my memories come back faster. They were really just replacements for a headband to reignite my fighting spirits.
You, could have mentioned that part sooner.
I'm gonna put them back on after I get that fucking shake, though.
You're gonna need them after you get the shake. What if we finish the case and then it's discontinued, Mr. Edgeworth? How long is it lasting for?
I don't fucking know.
It might turn into a Szechuan sauce situation where it just comes
Allie
back.
did try one while we were in North Carolina.
Did she die?
She didn't die.
I guess it's okay if
but-
Allie dies because she like dies every other week.
What the fuck?
She dies a lot, you know? It's like she
Oh,
apparently
okay.
keeps coming back, you know?
Yeah, we're talking about you. Ross said it's okay if you die.
Don't say the rest! No! No! I love how she had the exact same reaction.
Okay, so I told Ross that you tried the Grimace Shake in North Carolina, and then he asked if you died, and I said no, and then he joked that it's okay if you die because you always die and come back because of the inside joke that I'm always killing you.
Yeah.
I decided it would be funny to deliver that information to you in the worst possible way.
Of course.
Anyways, the shake wasn't good, apparently.
I heard it's just sugar. Like all shakes, but you know. Mr. Hedgeworth, you're such a joker. I don't know what bugs are. What do you think I am, a An anthropologist? What the fuck are they called?
No, oh wait, no, anthropologist is, like, there's another thing to do with him. Anthropologist is the, like, is Kyo's thing. From
Oh, yeah.
V3.
It's,
Entomologist.
entomologist, there you go.
That's the other guy from V3.
Gonta. A young boy has been kidnapped. I want you to help us search for him. A young
In
boy
Lego
has fallen
City?
into the river in Lego City.
We made the same joke.
A kidnapping, sir. I think if you just hang out with another person too much, eventually you just wrap around to the same jokes at the same
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, it's true.
The victim is a boy by the name of John Marsh. Ah, the kid with the horns. Yeah. Do you know about him? I saw that boy myself, sir. Was that the morning? That's right. Came out of that trailer over there. And then, a couple guys came over and bagged him into the car. He walked towards the garbage pickup area.
It's a garbage pickup area, but he's not a garbage, he's a kid.
It's right over there, pal. It's where all the trash from the Grand Tower's offices is
It
collected.
looks like a door in like Dark Souls 3 that like you have to open from the other side.
Yeah, so you can get to the trash.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened after that. So left the place around then. Seems we must investigate the garbage pickup area. I wonder if this will be like in Star Wars where they go to the garbage chute.
Oh, maybe, and then they have to like get out of there.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, you're still here.
Mr. Powers, I know it might be a boorish question, but there's something I'd like to ask you. Okay, what is it? Are there perhaps any plans to make a new Steel Samurai? Oh, well, I'm sorry, but is that a question related to the investigation? No, it's just a personal question. I'm sorry. I can't talk about it with people outside the studio. Not even you, Mr. Edgeworth. Of course! As I thought, he cannot talk about it. However, he didn't deny it outright. Does that mean there's hope?
He's a Silk Song fan. Oh my god.
He puts on the clown makeup.
All my hard work's helped me move the case forward. I reckon it's all in a good day's work. I'm not so sure about that. We've been chasing after an entirely different person.
Indeed. It seems she did not properly examine the photo yet either. Blech.
What now? Is my info really all that bad?
No. Some of the blame also falls on us for relying on a dubious information source. It's time for us to regroup and start over.
Could you hold on a sec? If you think I'm staying quiet after being called a dubious source, you got another thing coming. Bear trap, go! Fine then, guess I'll just have to tell you about the scoop I've been saving.
Bear Trap Go is like something an AI would say at the end of like whatever line it's saying to like try and be quirky.
Well,
Just
yeah,
like,
she's secretly like Ultron from Avengers 2.
Oh, she turns into like the Fulbright assassin at the end.
Yeah, exactly.
Loses all
Yeah,
personality.
You see, I saw Gumshoe venting.
Yikes. You've been saving a scoop.
At that moment, the prosecutor presents his evidence, a faintly shining... what did you just show me?
Huh. Never mind. Looks like she doesn't know anything about it. The only character in the history to not know anything about a badge. That's pretty suspicious. That's very suspicious. Doesn't know anything about it,
I'm literally
huh?
hard cleared, Mr. Edgeworth. Infiltrating a den of evil to cover a scoop with complete disregard for her own life. My mentor is really the greatest. Don't you agree, Mr. Edgeworth?
She must be talking about Miss Hart, although I don't really want to comment. Personally, I would have preferred if she didn't make so many rash decisions.
So in other words, she's good at making snap decisions. Oh, we already read this. Is there anything else?
I'd also prefer if she gathered information properly instead of flattering people of status.
So in other words, she's able to get lots of info from important people. That's just what I'd expect from my mentor.
I would also prefer if you didn't take everything I said and turn it around. You know, this case really missed the opportunity to put Old Bag in the giant Mozilla costume.
Thank God.
They could put her in, like, the Gordia costume.
It's already so much lot of heart. I couldn't deal with it if they put Oldbag in here.
Although I'm not expecting much, let's hear it. What is this scoop of yours? Has Oldbag even appeared in this game?
No.
That's weird.
She did in the first game, I think.
Yeah, she has.
She was evidence that the Mighty Moozilla exists.
She was the pink badger.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, let's go, Kay.
Hold up, I'm being serious. Y'all might not believe it, but it's true.
We don't have much time, but I guess there's no other way. Would this decisive evidence be of yours, be something you recorded on that tape recorder?
That's Mr. Edgeworth for you. You're good at figuring things out, aren't you? It's the sound of Moozilla spewing out fire. This place nearly became a sea of flame.
Here, let me play it for you. It's just like a child screaming, oops, oops, that's a different tape, anyway.
She like hits, she's like, here, let me play it for you, and then it's like Kay being like, so when's that fucking DoorDasher? Oh, sorry, wrong one.
Wow, Mr. Edgeworth, she was really interested in what I was going to DoorDash. Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, did you know DoorDash is the name of a glitch from Pokemon Scarlet and Violet?
Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, it's been a while. I think we're gonna do Uber Eats instead. Is that fine?
If you say so.
Don't make that face. If you think I'm lying, then I have a listen for yourself. Ready? Here comes a flame. Bear trap, go.
It was an 8-bit rendition of the scene. I do remember the scene. But this could also be like this could not be the theme of a Legend of or an Oracle of Ages.
It feels like it would be like a Fire Temple theme.
I could see that, but this could not be an Oracle of Ages / Seasons because it's too high quality. Maybe a SNES.
How was that? It's hard to tell over your shouting, but if you say so, I guess they could be flames.
Miss Swift, did you truly witness these so-called flames?
Oh, well, to tell you the truth, I didn't really see it with my own 2 eyes.
So you didn't see anything?
On account of, I wasn't actually there at the time.
So you saw absolutely nothing? Mozilla had appeared, wouldn't you have noticed no matter where you were?
Well, I was a ways off and was using a slightly unusual recording method, so...
Bugs? Could you explain to me this recording method in more detail?
Guess I just dug my own grave. Truth is, I was aiming for a scoop, so I did me some wireless wiretapping.
Okay, come on. Come on.
Wait a minute. Wireless wiretapping? If there's no wires, how'd you tap them? This is literally that me. Hold on.
This is the fried shrimp. You tell me a shrimp fried this rice?
No. Hold on. I'm gonna post it. I'll just send it to you. It's literally this. This is what Kay is going through.
Buys wireless device, looks inside wires. Okay, please don't concern yourself with the semantics. Fuck you! What were you doing, Sebastian? No, that was not semantics. That was me proving him wrong.
It's highly important, actually.
She was simply intercepting wireless communications and listening in without permission. Hey, wait a minute.
I've been spending the last few days scoping out the Grand Tower with my mentor. I'm not sus.
So you were investigating the black market auctions. In that case, you naturally would have taped the immediate area surrounding the Grand Tower. Or tapped.
Yeah, I tapped and added 1 green mana. You betcha, but right then and there I hear an ear-shattering roar up close. Finally, Moozilla appears. My heart's pounding. I feel him drawing near. So everything except the sound is just her own personal impressions, right?
In the end, it seems that you didn't actually see anything.
Well, I reckon writing's more my thing. Anyways, as I continue tuning into the situation, little Miss K over there almost shatters my eardrums. Eavesdropping is for cowards. Why don't you come out here and fight us fair and square?
Was that the... What was that sound just now? I see. Miss Swift? While you were eavesdropping, you were surprised by Kay's voice and fell over. In other words, you did not hear her voice directly. You heard it via the radio waves emitted by the bug, did you not?
What? Then does that mean the one who planted the bug on me was... I was just eavesdropping. I never stooped to bugging nobody.
Miss Swift, do you mind if we borrow that tape for a while?
Ugh. Just do what you please already.
Okay, so I guess it wasn't her. This is a little too...
Yeah, she was like... I guess he said that she was listening to wireless communications.
So she might have actually tuned in to the call.
Frequency. Or it's a double fake out, but that's
also,
what they're
these
claiming.
fucking
is what
idiots
happens.
are here. Regina and what's his name?
Oh god. You know, honestly, like, playing Danganronpa makes me not mind this. Because, like, these are so unoffensive, they're just a little annoying.
Hey, I don't think Barry's annoying. I think she's fine. She was never the problem.
She wasn't the problem, but...
She was the catalyst, unfortunately, but you can't blame her for that.
I mean, it's unrelated to that case.
Anything
sometimes
related
the side
to
characters
it.
in Ace Attorney get a little bit, like, alright.
Yeah.
We're doing this, I guess.
Mr. K's Miss Barry.
I think you were both of them.
I sure was. Maybe that's why none of the characters appear again in 5. Or I guess 4. They just wanted to wipe the slate clean. They wanted to be like, fuck it. No more. We're making new characters now, damn it.
Ross.
Yeah.
The fucking imposter? It's the monkey.
I guess it couldn't be Simon because the monkey controls him.
Well, like Ratatouille!
Yeah.
Speaking of mecha anime.
What do you mean, mecha Emma? What?
What? Ratatouille's a mecha. It's one little guy piloting a big guy.
Darling. Did you find him?
Not yet. Just where could John be?
John? I'm pretty sure that was a big chunk of the Bible. Where's John?
No, it's not. Also a big chunk of Homestuck. It's nothing. Don't worry about it.
How much biblical references are there in Homestuck?
Well, this one guy named Carcat is like a metaphor for Jesus Christ. Anyways.
Car cat?
They don't know anything about the kidnapping.
Regarding Sebastian, we found him not too long ago. Really? That's great. Thank you so much. Now I won't be arrested again.
Okay.
Kay just walks over. It's just like,
Is there more to say to them, or is that all they showed up? Are they over there?
I don't want to talk to them.
No, they're still there. Okay.
Oh, it's you two again. It's something else. Come up. I forgot he was the Joker.
Yeah.
It's something else. Come up. Hurry and hop aboard. No, right now we don't really need to go anywhere. If I was in this taxi, you would have just walked right on by me. Bish bosh. That's what they always say. I could tell just by the look on your face that you're looking at. You want to start a new life in a new place with a new girl, am I right? You want to start a new life because I'm going to force you to live it? Come traffic light or police sirens, don't let anything stop you from where you're going. So come on, hop in and experience the best ride of your life. With that personality, I guess it explains why he was so willing to get us out earlier.
Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, I bet you thought I was going to ask him to take us to McDonald's. I'm more strong-willed than that.
You could literally just skip them.
Let's do it, Mr. Edgeworth.
As expected of Mr. Edgeworth, you talked to me. How'd you find him?
Naturally, it was all thanks to his powers of logic and reasoning.
Actually, it was just a coincidence.
God.
Huh? Didn't you also have a badge when we last met? Yeah. However, due to certain circumstances, I don't have my prosecutor's badge with me right now. So that's why, huh? Mr. Keys, are you listening to me?
No, I don't eat me. It tastes terrible.
The sheer terror brought on by Mr. Edgeworth's icy glare seems to have Simon totally petrified, like a frog caught in the gaze of a hungry snake.
I don't recall doing any glaring at all.
Guess we weren't any help at all, were we? Never.
Don't be silly, of course you helped. Really, thanks a lot.
You're gonna buy us our Grimace Shake, right?
Where were you guys searching, Simon? The McDonald's?
It was a bit far off, but we searched around the Sunshine Coliseum.
The Sunshine Coliseum. So they were by the shore.
That looks like the building from early game, like Dual Destinies.
That's what I was going. Yeah, that looks like the art museum.
Spirit of Justice or whatever. Yeah.
There were a lot of people at the event there, so I thought we might have gone as well.
I wonder if that actually is the same building. An event? Sounds like fun. Is it a festival? I want to go too.
It has the same style, which it's a very unique style.
Yeah, I might look that up after we beat the game and there's not any potential spoilers there.
It's a lot of fun. There were food stands, fireworks, and much more.
Simon got all worn out by the people in the crowd pretty quickly, though.
You didn't have to tell them that.
It's settled. Once we wrap up this case, let's all go there. Oh, fireworks. The boom.
Yeah.
At any rate, I'm glad you were able to find him so quickly.
Why is that?
The truth is, our circus show's about to start soon. So I don't think we would have been able to help out with the search much longer.
Huh. Sorry to burden you with this when you also needed to prepare for your performance.
No, it's okay. Please don't worry about it. After all, I also didn't want to get arrested again. I'm so relieved you were able to find him, Mr. Edgeworth.
Yeah, but the warden still hasn't been declared guilty yet.
What? So you're saying there's still a chance I might be arrested? No way.
Okay, please don't tease him.
I mean, they were at the Sunshine Coliseum, so...
Speaking of fireworks, it started raining last night, so I didn't get as many as I could have.
Good.
How was your experience with the fireworks?
Wasn't so bad. I mean, I got startled a bunch, and, you know, yappy little dickhead was like, oh no, loud, sudden noises, this is horrible. Fucking hypocrite, but...
Mr. Keys, didn't you say that there were fireworks at the Coliseum earlier? Our dog was actually relatively okay with them, because they were in the distance.
Yeah, he was shitting on your floor.
Yeah. Oh, that dog does not shit on the floor. That's the other dog.
Oh, there's two.
Oh yeah, that's my brother's dog. My brother's dog's cool. I like both of them well enough. They're okay. I just like them in small doses.
Huh? What about them?
Are those fireworks set off during the day?
Yeah, even just while we were there, a bunch of them were set off.
What is it, Mr. Edgeworth?
That explosion sound we heard at the end of the kidnapper's phone call could very well have been the fireworks.
Ah!
Don't think you can get away with this.
Then come and get me. I'll be looking forward to it.
That is, if you can bring me to justice. But I highly doubt that. Well, this definitely confirms that it was not Gumshoe, that it was not anyone who is relatively nearby.
Right, yeah.
So who was absolutely nearby that we know for certain, or like in a place and time that they had to be? Not a lot of heart, I guess.
Not a lot of heart, not Lang.
It could be Huang if it was one of his doubles.
died.
If it was one of his doubles who...
Oh, okay.
I guess it could be Lang.
It could be Lang.
We don't know about Penny.
Come find me.
Couldn't be John because he's kidnapped.
Courtney's in court. And
Dick Gumshoe was behind a car. Raymond Shields in court. Francisca's in court. Sebastian's all over the fucking place, but he wasn't at the fireworks station. Court.
But it also depends
Here,
on...
here,
it also depends on
here.
how short the commute is to the college. Because if it's like, if it's not that far, but if it's like just far enough that the fireworks wouldn't be audible from here, like.
Oh yeah, weren't these two just saying they were literally there?
Yeah, they just said they were there. Like, there's a case for them. There's even a case for Gumshoe, depending on like how much time the game expects you to take before like.
Barely any. There was barely any time.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's him. I'm just saying that like.
Yeah.
It's on the edge of the table.
I could see it being
those two weren't
Simon.
Just saying they were there. I mean, I just said it was the monkey. Oh, Simon Keys. Like monkey.
Yeah, yeah.
I think I made that same realization during chapter 3.
Yeah.
And I forgot it. It could be somebody that's not in our profile list. Like, is Dogen, for example, in this list?
No.
Or actually, wait, is he at the end?
Oh yeah,
he's
yes.
at the end. Okay. So it could be him. That'd be kind of a boring answer.
But he wouldn't say if only I could see the look on your face.
Well,
Because he's blind.
well, if you're blind, you can't see the look on someone's face.
I guess that's true. But I'm saying, like, that sort of implies that he could if he were close by.
Sure, sure.
But I could see it also being that. Or Snitley's dead.
But yeah, considering that it's not, Bear Trap Girl, it's probably, like, Nicole, it doesn't sound
Probably a
hard.
lot of heart.
I'm thinking it, I mean, she's on the table. I'm thinking it's probably Lang or Simon. It would be really funny if it's Simon and, like, Regina's in on it.
I would feel sad if it was Lang.
Yeah. I think that'd be, like, that would make sense, though, for, like, because it's, like, his president's the one that, like, got killed, and then it's, like, the investigation's duology. I feel like it makes sense, like, from a writing standpoint to do that.
Here's the only thing. I don't think, apart from, like, the third game, they've ever had, like, a final killer. Or, like, any killer really be anyone who was, like, even remotely important for a lot of the story.
I mean, obviously the first game, with Manfred.
Yeah, but, like,
Dahlia.
I guess what I'm saying is, like,
Kristoff.
like, someone who has been seen as good for the entire thing and then just suddenly has, like, this villain arc. When a character is evil,
Well, I can think of one guy.
you gotta.
No. Well, okay, I can.
And also Fulbright, I guess.
Yeah. Spoilers for.
Dual Destinies. We've already said it like 8 times, so.
Yeah, we should just spoil everything at this point.
And then also Naruto Sandstorm.
And who knows how Spirit of Justice ends?
Yeah, we'll have to finish Spirit of Justice.
You want to wait for the trilogy to come out, right? For that.
Is there a trilogy for the latter games?
Yeah, that they announced that in like the Capcom showcase a few weeks ago. They're remastering 4 through 6 in HD like they did for 1, 2, 3.
I don't think I need that. I could probably just play it on Citra, but.
Alright. But I mean, if by the time we get to it, because we should, I feel like we would start over anyways, or at the very least start the chapter over.
Yeah, I probably need to restart the chapter, honestly.
You can't start in the middle of the trial, like, let's look at the vision of what happened. It's like, I don't fucking know.
Do you remember when I wanted to redo chapter 5 of the third game? And I restarted, and you didn't know anything about Ace Attorney?
Yeah, I think so.
And I got to the exact same place that I stopped last time.
Yeah.
I finally did see the end of that game, but I certainly didn't record it. For the sound to have been picked up by the phone, it must have been fairly loud.
So that means the culprit was near the Colosseum. That silhouette looks a lot like Dogen. Even so, I bet the fireworks could be heard in lots of places around the Colosseum.
Indeed. It would be impossible for us to search the entire area by ourselves. Wait a minute.
It's impossible.
Not that. Where the hell was this added?
Oh, it's a logic.
Oh, okay. It would be impossible to search the entire area by ourselves. If only we could have the police lend us a hand.
We still have to check that other area too. Maybe.
It does look like Dogen, but they're also bald. So it could be...
Northern Lion.
Yeah. Hey, Gumshoe, we need your police.
No, I think we have to check the garbage area.
Oh. Never mind, Gumshoe.
Look at Mr. Edge. I made another giant arrow.
This song. They could have made the song sound like whimsical and cool, but it just sounds so macabre and sad. It's really funny.
Even though Regina's also searched with her friends. Aw, we were beaten to the punch.
By friends, does she mean her animals? I should make a Regina costume for Tina.
Please don't. I'm gonna fill my water real quick.
That's keyword for vomit. If I recall correctly, wasn't the Berry Big Circus supposed to have a performance today?
Yep, that's right. We've all been practicing a lot for this upcoming performance.
Will Simon also be performing?
Of course. He's also practicing really hard, even though he keeps saying, no way, no way, no way. He even wrote in a balloon and did lots of advertising for us. So, Mr. Edgeworth, you should also come by and see Simon's heroics.
Very well. That is, if we're able to successfully solve this case. Sounded like you were saying you used animals in your search.
Yep, I thought we'd be able to find him if we used Regent and Astique, but Simon said no way, no way, no, no way, no way, and stopped me. No fun.
Huh. Simon hadn't been there, there would probably be a mass panic right about now. Okay.
Alright, so my headset didn't fully work while I was up. Did Regina say anything important so far?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Since she had a lot of fun at the fair.
Yeah.
And she wanted to release her tiger and her elephant into the crowd, but Simon stopped her. And now Kay is wondering, why did you stop her?
Simon, why did you stop her? It would have made the city more fun, like the circus.
Mr. Edgeworth, please forgive me. Why is he apologizing to me? Haven't said anything. Largely useless.
I mean, I could have told you that.
Regina is mostly here just to sort of be here.
Gummy said John headed towards the garbage pickup here. Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, look, it was pointing at your misshapen spine for a second.
Ah. I wonder if there's an angle you could go at where it's like pointing at his crotch.
Let's not
Indeed.
find out, Mr. Edgeworth.
There might be some traces of him left behind. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny.
Maybe the fucking milk carton.
Dang! I can't do it. The garbage pickup time is at 11 a.m., so that's why there's no trash. I looked earlier, the place was overflowing with garbage, sir. Milk?
Looks like today is the day when bulk waste is collected during the garbage pickup.
Well, bulky items placed here, pal.
The garbage truck's compactor can crush any kind of garbage to dust. I sure hope that the kid wasn't in any of those.
No, it seems like it's the case with bulk waste. It's transported as it is without being crushed.
Ah, phew.
What do you know about how bulk waste is disposed of, Mr. Edgeworth?
Maybe Mr. Shields, in order to accomplish his Mr. Edgeworth acquisition plan, sent him something like a moving process instructional brochure.
There are times where you're so sharp it's scary, although they're few and far between. The fact that Gumshoe had a flashback and the milk was still here, dropped on the ground, means that he was taken before the garbage was taken.
Yeah.
This milk carton is.
It's the one John was drinking out of.
There's no mistake. Something must have happened to John here. John's like, Mom, I need more milk. Here you go, dear. Thanks. Glug, 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 glug.
She's like, will you please switch to the cartons finally?
Oh, come on. Come on. That's a minute. He wouldn't be making glug, glug, glug noises. John, please. Combined with Detective Gumshoe's testimony, the chances are high that John was attacked at the garbage pickup area.
If it was here, there wouldn't be many witnesses. But why would John have come to a place like this?
It would be natural to think that he came here to throw something away.
Speaking of naturals, we have no way of knowing since the
Okay,
garbage
come
truck has already collected everything. Probably some logic to do now.
Looks like the
Looks like
garbage...
the garbage pickup area is locked.
It's probably to prevent people outside of the Grand Tower from disposing of their trash here. That's probably the only thing.
Yeah, I think it's logic now. Like, I don't know, it's garbage with either 3 footprints or cars. I mean, maybe it's like, I don't know. Oh, 3 foot, right, those are the fucking, I make this mistake every time. It's not it's cars garbage pickup.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah. The only vehicle that came through the plaza this morning were the taxi and a blue truck.
And Mr. DeBest was kidnapped in that taxi.
Yes, meanwhile John was attacked in the garbage pickup area. And the garbage was collected from there at 11 a.m. I've got it, sir. The blue truck was actually... That's right. The blue truck that came through the plaza was a garbage truck. What was John doing in the garbage plaza?
They asked that question a second ago, but they're like, we don't know because we don't know, like, what the crime scene looked like.
However, be that as it may, the officer who gave us this information made no mention of the blue truck was a garbage truck.
Talk about careless. How could someone mistake a garbage truck for a normal truck?
That's not it, Kay. Today was the day of the collection of bulk waste. I suspect it was a standard truck without a trash compactor that came by to collect the trash. John was taken away by this garbage truck. And where do garbage trucks go? To the dump, of course.
Hold up. The culprit was disguised as a garbage collector, right? Then the truck was probably fake too. How do we know they really went to the dump?
No, the garbage truck should have been real.
Why's that?
That will be made clear if you simply take a look at the garbage pickup area. This shows that the garbage truck John was kidnapped in was real.
Probably the lock?
Yeah.
Because, yeah.
Only they
You
would
think
have had the key.
it's Namatame?
Namatame? Wait, who?
Persona 4.
Oh.
Not
I will throw kids in to save them.
Oh, more spoilers.
That's okay.
Only a real garbage collector could have unlocked it to collect the trash. r/gatekeeping.
Precisely. We should assume that a genuine garbage truck was used. For example, the kidnapper could have put John into a large cardboard box. Is r/gatekeeping like stories about people who want to gatekeep or making fun of people who gatekeep?
It's making fun of people who gatekeep.
Gotcha. The box is mixed in with the rest of the bulk waste.
The garbage collector would have carried John away without even knowing it.
Exactly. The culprit would then lie in wait at the garbage dump. And if they said, I threw it away by mistake, the box would be returned to them.
Any garbage dumps nearby?
Oh, so it was shoved in the trunk and then taken by the garbage truck. Gotcha.
Let's see. This is getting out of hand. There's 2 of them.
So which garbage dump was he taken to? Could there be a hint in any of the information I hold?
Maybe it's the waste centers near the Coliseum.
Yeah, not that one. Based on the explosion sound we heard from the kidnapper's phone, we know that John's being confined someplace in the vicinity of the Coliseum.
One of the garbage dumps is right next to the Coliseum.
Pokemon Dawn Waste and Pokemon Dusk Waste version. John was almost certainly taken there, in which case, the place he is being confined to must also be somewhere close by. Detective Gum. Yes, sir. Could I ask you to search the area around this garbage dump? You don't have to ask me like we're strangers, sir. It feels so distant. Please just order me around like you normally do. Are you sure, Detective? Right now I'm not a prosecutor. And I tell you, sir, detectives don't just investigate for the sake of prosecutors. You have my thanks, Detective. Now get your fucking ass over there and investigate it. Yes, sir!
Or I'll cut your pet. Oh, wait, I can't do that anymore.
07, Gumshoe.
Mr. Edgeworth, look, Gumshoe hasn't fucking left yet.
He should be
almost time.
punished. Yes, it would be best if we hurry. They should also be at their limit. Detective Gumshoe, I'm counting on you. Leave it to me, sir. This may be an unofficial investigation, but I'll call on all my pals from the station to help.
I'll help too. Stealing John back is my job, after all.
I will be returning to the courtroom. I can't be caught dead in a dump. I might be able to draw out some more time.
Okay, well then, even in the depths of night.
Huh. The clock just struck 2. We have to hurry. Yes, sir.
My introduction. When no other bird dares to take flight. Took them 15 minutes to get there. Oh, right, they're fucking...
Well, well, well. If it isn't former prosecutor Edgeworth.
Blazed up best.
Witness, face forward. We're not done talking yet.
Is he not handcuffed?
He broke free of the handcuffs like Superman.
Or like, the samurai dude?
Or like the samurai dude.
I wasn't there for that.
I wasn't there for that.
Like I said, you see. Well, exactly what I have needed to help that person out, Your Honor. You know, it's a crying shame. Having a beautiful woman declared guilty. Honestly, it brings tear to my eyes.
Him and his son both share that. They both cry.
But you see, there's no reason for me to go out of my way to hide evidence just to save her.
It's funny that he picked up the trait from his father, but he cries for real, while this guy's just like a psychopath.
Yeah. I think there's like some good intended symbolism there that I like. However, we still have the testimony of your son, Prosecutor DeBest, the sniveling crybag. He testified that he handed the evidence over to you.
Hey, Franny, did you hear? He messed up. What were the words he messed up?
Oh, this'll be rich. We have time.
Please continue.
Well, I haven't the slightest clue what he was talking about. I simply can't imagine why Sebastian would have said something like that, you know.
Apparently he's a part of this case now. What?
I mean, it's like Maya, right?
But if there's evidence that shows your connection with Warden Roland.
And just what do you think you're doing, former prosecutor Edgeworth? I was under the impression that you were no longer in any position to stand in court.
Miles Edgeworth, how dare you barge into my prosecutor's bench?
Francisca, I'm sorry. I need you to lend me the bench for a little while. And by that I mean for the rest of the case. And also, you're out of the series.
What is this? Farewell my turnabout again?
No, this is farewell forever. Bye, Francisca. Don't worry, you're getting an HD remaster of games you're not in.
Papa.
He's dead. He got executed like last week.
I'm going to Persona 3 myself and then tell him.
Yeah, it's another year before that game gets its HD remaster. You can play the really crappy one that got released like a couple months ago.
I will!
Does that one have Femc in it?
Yeah.
That's really dumb. Why did they... Whatever.
I mean, it might be because they want to be like, look, there's a way for you to play as her. You don't need her in the new game. But what are you saying?
Judge Courtney, I've brought vital evidence related to this case that has not been checked by any official organization. Please allow me to testify. She's like, you're making this really hard.
She'd never allow it.
Courtney, bye.
Uncle Ray also says he'd be allowed to testify.
That's the evidence. That's exactly what I need to hear. No. There are no objections from the prosecution either, right? Understood.
Understood. The prosecution also has no objections.
Amazing.
There's no way you can allow something like this, you know. Such high-handed methods.
Why did we allow this asshole to have a lighter?
Sure enough to warrant being held in contempt of court, wouldn't you say, Courtney?
As long as John is still in danger. Judge Courtney cannot rule against the warden. I must convey to her somehow that the search for her son is progressing. Judge Courtney? I see you have faith in me and my assistant.
Now that you mention it, where exactly is she?
She is currently out searching for the most important piece of evidence.
It's a waste of time. There's no such evidence. Are you stalling for time? How disgraceful.
Please do not burn the fucking courtroom down.
Most important piece of evidence, huh? Courtney Pie? I don't really know what that evidence is, but I think we should have some faith in her. After all, even if she may not look it, she's still the great thief Yatagarasu.
Somehow it seems that Mr. Shields understands. Judge Courtney, we've already determined the general location of that evidence. It's only a matter of time before she steals the evidence back.
I understand. Then I shall give you special permission to testify.
Oh, shit, I forgot about the special permission rule. It overrides all law. That's why we allowed Biden to bury his dogs. This is ridiculous.
I mean, that's why I voted for him.
This is vital evidence that you have
This
found.
vital evidence that you have found.
Man, I'm fucking
Please
up a
present
lot.
it to the court.
Blaze the Best
he
and
thirsty?
Patricia Rowland are somehow connected. No, he's not very thirsty. He's on fire. What? Allow me to present the evidence that proves it. Yep. This document contains a detailed report regarding the interrogation of a certain man.
Certain man?
That man being the late Horace Knightley. And the one who interrogated him was the defendant in this trial, Patricia Rowland.
So that means that was the interrogation where...
That's right. Patricia Rowland murdered Knightley in the aftermath of the interrogation. And that very interrogation has been recorded in this written report.
That definitely sounds like vital evidence. Miles Edgeworth, just now you referred to that document as a written report. Now, just who in the world was that report written for?
I thought you might ask that, Francisca. And I didn't prepare a response. That's precisely why it's most important about this report. We found this document inside the safe in the storeroom on the 51st floor of the Grand Tower.
The 51st floor? The storeroom for the black market auction?
Indeed. And the conductor of the auction was you, Blaze de Best. You received a report about the victim from Warden Roland. In the face of the evidence, can you still say you have no connection to this case? In regards to that, I refuse to answer. What? It is yet... oh no. This voice is doing me in. It is yet to be proven in court. That was the conductor of the black market auction.
If you want, I can take over for Blaze.
I guess you do a pretty good Blaze voice. Oh, have you already forgotten the events of this morning? I believe I'd already proved it back then, did I not?
I will not deny that I was bested by you. However, that was at the crime scene. Who knows if the results will be the same in court? An acquittal is still possible, you see. Until it's been proven in court that I am the conductor of the black market auctions. You can't prove that document was addressed to me.
Your logic is twisted.
That's not very nice, you know. My logic isn't twisted, is it, Courtney? Don't you feel the same way? It was quite unlike you to allow former prosecutor Edgeworth's statement just now, you know. It saddens me, you see, that you would fail to uphold the law as a judge should. And in fact, I'm so upset by this, I may have no other choice but to use my last resort, you know.
Why do we allow him to burn that?
That was Kay Faraday's Uber Eats order. It is as you say. What, Uber Eats?
Why was it written down?
I don't know.
Probably because she ordered from, like, Del Taco. They probably don't have a computer. They haven't smelled a computer in, like, 30 years.
But they do have the grimace shake.
Do they? Oh, no.
No, but the joke was that she was getting a grimace shake.
It's like, yeah, I finally got it. Where'd you get it from? Del Taco! They don't have the grimace
actually
shake.
kill you.
Like, yeah, actually, anything off the Del Taco menu will actually murder you.
That's why I go to Sonic. We brought it back.
Yeah.
Something that has not been proven in court does not merit any deliberation. And we
Actually,
certainly
I
can't
went to
just
Sonic
go over
today.
all the evidence right now. I mean, that would be ridiculous. I will have to overrule Mr. Edgeworth's claim.
As I thought, until John has been rescued. Yes, see. The truth
The
at the
truth
scene.
at the scene and
That's
the
right.
truth at the courtroom are two very different things.
I will have to accept that now. I can't do that voice anymore. So you're saying that the truth can be distorted in court as long as it's for your sake?
What a horrible thing to say. I'm not distorting the truth or anything like that, you know. If a not guilty verdict is handed down, then that becomes the truth. That's all it is, you see.
It's useless. There's nothing we can do unless the missing evidence turns up.
Now then, Courtney, why don't you deliver a not guilty verdict and let's get this over with? After all, that evidence isn't gonna show up anytime soon, you know.
Da 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 da.
That'd be a fitting time for it. Who raised an objection just now?
It's the boy. Pops!
Sebastian. Why did you come back here now of all times? Sebastian, what is the meaning of this? Just where were you and what have you been doing since you abandoned your own trial?
I'm sorry. I was,
Such an act is unbecoming of a prosecutor. You should be ashamed.
well,
Sebastian.
You still don't get it, you know. This court is no place for a sniveling child such as yourself.
Pops,
Look at that face.
I've come to present new evidence, Your Honor. So, please let me take my place back at the prosecutor's bench.
Sebastian. I think he'd come back with a cool theme.
Hell yeah. Ha 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 ha! What's all this now, Sebastian? You don't seem at all like your normal self.
Well, Pops.
Come now, what's the matter? You want Daddy to play with you? Is that it? Well then, why don't we just head on back home?
Return to the witness stand.
What's wrong? You're shaking like a leaf.
Your Honor, the prosecutor officially in charge of this case has just arrived with new evidence. The trial is still in session. In light of this, shouldn't we continue with the proceedings?
Naturally, the defense has no objections, Your Honor. I'm sure the defense attorneys originally in charge would say the same.
The prosecution has no objections either, Your Honor.
This is the last time I'm ever going to set foot in a court, isn't it?
I'll be doing my own thing in Germany, thank you very much.
Not existing, I guess?
Who needs Japanifornia? I don't. Continue with the proceedings. That won't be necessary. Isn't that right, Courtney?
Blaze still believes that he's the one who kidnapped John. As long as John still hasn't been found, Judge Courtney will remain bounded by Blaze. Nothing else will change that.
Couldn't we tell her, Mr. Edgeworth? Oh, wait. I'm not here.
Did you develop psychic powers finally, Kay?
No. This is a figment of your imagination.
Oh.
That sound is...
Her cell phone. I really love this theme. I want this to be like a temple theme now.
Yeah.
My phone as well.
Huh? Uncle Ray's phone also.
We never get to hear Francisca's ringtone.
Mr. Edgeworth.
Mr. Shields.
We found John, sir.
We rescued John.
Excellent work, detective.
That was the most important piece of evidence, right? Way to go, Kay.
I wanted to spread the word quickly, so I had everyone call.
Judge Courtney, it's for you.
I didn't overhear any of your phone calls, you were just saying. Yes, I see. I'm so glad you're safe. Make sure you properly thank everyone, okay? Be careful, and come home safe. Let us resume the proceedings.
This is just like this is the Blaze is about to get fucking murdered theme.
Yeah. Now that I may once again swing my gavel to my heart's content.
Francisca's like, wow, you've never been more attractive.
Yes, I have.
Hey, you're kidding, right? This is just a sad joke, you know?
Are you feeling better to do his voice?
I'll probably live. He probably has about 2 lines left before Courtney fucking splits his head open, like Lil
Probably
did.
a lot more, honestly. Just let me know if you need a break. Witness, this is no joke. Please return to the stand. Prosecutor DeBest as well. Promptly return to your seats at the prosecutor's bench.
Edgeworth, fuck off.
Edgeworth, fuck off. Thanks for your help with my son, then.
Yeah, that's no problem.
Yes, Your Honor.
Francisca, call me later.
Sebastian DeBest.
Yes, Miss Von Carva.
I leave the rest to you. Going up against your own father, it won't be easy. I shall observe how things pan out from the gallery. Did you enjoy my walk cycle? Now then, allow me to ask once more. Is the prosecution ready? Prosecutor DeBest, what is the new evidence you wish to present? I forgot.
A missing knife and chisel, Your Honor.
You mean they finally been found? There's other people in this courtroom?
Prosecutor DeBest, is this true?
They've been enjoying this kangaroo court? Where's the fucking trash in the middle of the floor that they've been throwing?
I said we enjoyed it! Bailiff!
The knife and the chisel. I wasn't able to find them. I searched and searched. I really did, but it was already too late.
Too late? What do you mean?
I remembered. This morning, when I passed by Pops in the garage at home, he was holding something wrapped in a newspaper. Pops, where are you going?
Ah, Sebastian. Just taking out some trash.
At that moment, I heard it. The faint sound of a bell.
Could that sound have been by any chance the bell attached to Dogan's chisel?
In other words, you're saying that the witness threw away the evidence.
I searched for it, but I didn't make it in time. I'm sorry.
He slapped himself with the right side of his face, but he made a mark on the left side. That's what happens when you flip the sprite, but don't flip the mark.
Yeah.
Where exactly did you search for it?
The garbage dump. I went to the garbage dump and searched everywhere. I thought the evidence Pops threw away had to be there.
Isn't that Sebastian?
What are you doing here?
Wow!
He ignored us.
And he turned into R2-D2. Kind of. As
Is that the
R2-D2.
Wilhelm scream?
I can't do a Wilhelm scream well. Yeah, something like
Something
that.
like that.
So at that time, he had gone to the garbage dump.
But, this is all I could find.
It's just a rock.
Yeah, I'm gonna bludgeon my father's head in with it. Just watch.
This is... it smells rather peculiar.
Well, it's trash, Courtney. Why'd you stick it up your nose? Now that you mention it, it's kind of a funky smell coming from you as well.
What did you expect? I was digging through garbage.
And what of the knife?
I think it's buried somewhere in that giant mountain of trash. But I couldn't find it by myself.
I understand. I shall accept this into evidence.
More out of pity than anything else.
More out of pity than anything else.
Well done, Sebastian. You never betray my expectations, you know. You search so desperately through the garbage, and that's all you have to show for it. Garbage. Oh, what a tearjerker. I'm tearing up already. It's a bit too early for tears, don't you think? We haven't examined the evidence properly yet. I think it's just a pointless waste of time, you know. I'm counting on you, Sebastian Miles. Sebastian Miles.
Not my name!
Sebastian, comma, Miles. Show him the truth can be exposed in court and take him down. Mr. Shields is backing us up. All we need is a breakthrough. Prosecutor DeBest, let's take a closer look at the evidence.
Right.
Let's have a look inside. It'd be great if we could find some kind of proof. This is the bell that was attached to Dogan's chisel. There any traces left behind on it?
Nah, it's no good. There's not even a single smudge on it.
What did you find, Prosecutor DeBest?
Did you even find anything?
Darn it.
Oh, of course you'd find nothing. Something like that can't even be called evidence, you know. All it is trash. Maybe sad, but that's the truth, you see. Were Sebastian's efforts all for naught? Indeed, this bell does not seem to be valid evidence. However...
Mr. Edgeworth, are you really giving up? Calm as always, Edgeworth. Quite unlike Sebastian here.
Well then, is the prosecution finished with its argument?
Justine, not yet. We're not through yet. There's still something we haven't examined. You're still not giving up? Struggling in vain's not cute at all, you know.
Seems Sebastian hasn't given up yet either. I was just thinking the exact same thing. The last item remaining. Is it trash or is it evidence? If we don't examine it, we'll never find out. The item I'm thinking of is...
The newspaper.
We're still not done examining the newspaper that the bell was wrapped in. It seems that Sebastian has the same idea as I do.
Wow, this is just wonderful, you know. So wonderful it's to cry for. Is it desperation or simply reckless abandon? Are you really going to pin all your hopes on a worthless scrap of newspaper?
We won't know for sure whether or not it's worthless unless we examine it, will we? Specifically the date, so we know if it was thrown out today or something like that.
Yeah.
Sebastian, let's examine it post-haste.
It also might be a bloodstain.
What the fuck? What is this shit?
Let's check it out.
Hey, HT scratched out E.
It's death.
Oh, it's death. Okay. Is this a handprint? There's something greasy on here, too. Is it oil? Judge Courtney, we'd like to request a fingerprint analysis of this paper. Could you please summon someone from forensics?
Yes, with my fucking warlock spells, your request is accepted. Contact the lab at once. I cast Find Familiar.
Find forensics.
Reporter, these are definitely fingerprints.
Congratulations, forensics!
How reversed from a glove.
What?
Didn't I tell you? There's nothing but a worthless scrap of paper. All fingerprints are good for is false
Charges and gloves. That's it. Have fingerprints ever once been a good thing in this series?
Yeah, I think so. At least once.
Have they?
There was that thing with, like, I'm assuming you mean, like, we check the analysis and we see, like, who... Like, we actually get a result on who touched a thing.
Yeah. But, like...
I think so, because there are times where, like, it's called in an evidence, or a witness who isn't the culprit, but gives us testimony that is useful.
Maybe.
Just think about it, you know. When handling important evidence. What kind of idiot wouldn't use gloves? Oh, wait. Wouldn't that be you? The idiot who doesn't know when to give up.
That's pretty harsh, talking about your own son like that.
What's wrong with calling an idiot an idiot? If you want to be the best, you have to be heartless. I have no compassion for worthless individuals, not even my own son.
Pops,
You know, you've always called yourself a genius prosecutor, haven't you? Didn't I explain to you this morning why you're a genius up until now? That's right. It was all because of me. Because of my authority. You're always being protected by people like Courtney. And me. Now get that stinking face of yours out of my sight.
Stinking.
You know, now that I think about it, that stench might just suit you perfectly. Just keep it away from my nose, or my eyes will start watering.
Wrong. You're wrong, Pops.
Sebastian, what are you talking about?
You're the one who stinks, Pops. It's you, not me.
Wow,
What?
fucking got him.
You haven't noticed, have you? You smell, Pops. So much that you can't even hide it. Mr. Edgeworth, try smelling the handprint on the newspaper. The smell. Huh. It smells like oil.
know something that smells just like it. Come to think of it, back then. It smells like motor oil. Maintaining that motorcycle must be Blaze's hobby. That's right. The smell proves it. It proves that the culprit who hid the evidence was... It's no good. I guess I can't become the best after all. I'm too soft. I could never be so heartless. I just can't bring down my father with my own hands. Prosecutor to best. Summon your courage. Become a different prosecutor from your father. Wasn't that what you decided? We are prosecutors, and as prosecutors we stand in the courtroom. In that case, isn't it our duty to shed light on the truth? Exposing crimes and bringing criminals to justice, even if the criminal is your own father. That is your duty as a prosecutor. Didn't I promise you that if you have the courage to stand up, I will show you the way? None of this would ever happen in even remotely in real life. Every single one of these people has like a personal stake in this.
Yeah.
Goodness. And if we cannot do it alone, then we shall do it together. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Allow me to present the evidence that connects this handprint with my father.
The gloves.
Yeah. This is the smell of motor oil, the kind used for maintaining motorcycles. Both myself and Mr. Edgeworth have smelled this exact same smell before. Blaze the best? It was in your garage. And wouldn't you say that these fingerprints have a rather peculiar shape to them? The 5 letters that spell out D-E-A-T-H. It's exactly the same as your own gloves. He can buy gloves like that from anywhere. Doesn't prove a thing. Is that really the case? That's not the only thing these two pieces of evidence have in common. The fingerprints in the newspaper that was used to wrap up the bow. And Blazed mechanic gloves. This is the unmistakable similarity they both share. They were covered in dirt. This is the unmistakable similarity these two pieces of evidence share. I'm not quite sure where this unmistakable similarity is, you know.
I thought that was it, actually.
Even if you don't understand, I do. But Mr. Edgeworth, I don't understand either. So that wasn't it.
Oh, is it the pinky?
Oh, because one of the numbers is fucked up. Yeah.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
If you examine the imprint left by the letter A, you see it's unmistakably from this glove. What? And that's not all. There's one more item we must take note of, namely these dirt stains. I suggest we do a comparative analysis of the dirt stains from the newspaper and the glove. If the contents match up, then it will prove to be decisive evidence. Your time.
Drink of water. Bailiff! Please have these dirt samples sent to forensics for analysis immediately.
Edgeworth, Sebastian! You lowly prosecutors! Do you have any idea who I am? Pops, you can't run away anymore. It's been proven in court that you concealed the evidence. That you tried to cover for the defendant. You're saying that I'm guilty?
I'm gonna jerk off real quick.
Then I'll be sent to prison. Me, Blaze the best. He's air jerking. A couple of snot-nosed punks are gonna make me disappear. There must be some mistake. You're jerk-offs. Be a man and admit your crimes.
Kaito moment.
You really think you can survive if I'm not around? I'll be fine now. I thought I wanted to become the best prosecutor so I could get your approval, Pops. But when I was kidnapped by your men and stuck in
what?
What?
You are what? Because they were trying to
Oh,
kidnap
yeah, that's right. Yeah, they kidnapped the wrong person. And stuck in that dark room, I started thinking. I am truly powerless. I despaired and averted my eyes from the truth, but... that moment, Mr. Edgeworth stepped in and showed me the way. And corrected my English. Now I'm no longer like a child chasing after his father's approval. I've become capable. I can find evidence all my own now, if it's in a garbage pile.
My men kidnapped you. Why were you...
Pops, I'll show you the truth you never knew. Through this trial.
Sebastian, how dare you speak to me like that? You should have just stayed as an idiot's son.
You may have hated me to the very end, Pops. But I've always looked up to you. Thank you for everything up until now. And goodbye.
You, since when did you... all you've ever been doing was depending on me! Sebastian!
Do you ever read a goodbye like that in these games and you're like, oh, that was definitely a sayonara in the original Japanese specifically?
Possibly.
It has been established that the evidence was concealed by Blaise de Best himself. A judgment regarding his concealment of evidence shall be delivered at a separate trial. The missing chisel and knife still have yet to be found. However, once a search of the waste disposal site is underway, they will surely be discovered.
The knife will be found.
The dog's licking the sweat. The fox.
What will happen to me if it's found?
No need to worry. You'll simply receive the punishment you deserve for your crime.
Punishment for me?
Please, what in the world are you doing? You... After all your boasting about being able to create your own truths and not guilty verdicts! That's why I contacted you immediately after the prison incident in the first place! And to make matters worse, you even kidnapped the wrong kid! I just can't believe this! You really are completely useless! Well, that was certainly a violent outburst. But you heard her, Prosecutor DeBest.
Yeah, she got flustered and said a bunch of important stuff.
Huh? Right? Indeed. That's correct. He still doesn't seem very sure of himself.
Very well. And with that, this court is adjourned.
Bonk.
Oh, fuck!
It's Lang time.
Huh? Who are you?
Judge Courtney, it's too early for a happy ending. Lang Z says, the end of the trial is not always the end of the case.
And who might you be?
Name Shi Long Lang. I'm just a humble lone investigator.
Do you have some objection with this trial?
Huh, not a chance. The defendant there has a heart as black as a moonless night.
Lang, don't tell me you're the one from 12 years ago.
You got it. Ain't this nice? Now you're finally going to prison where you belong. 12 years is a long time coming from a suspended sentence, don't you agree? Agent Lang, what are you talking about? The SS-5 incident from 12 years ago. It's a case I'll never forget. The 12 years ago. Well, lots changed. It all happened over 12 years ago. Back then, he and my father were close friends, and our clan protected the president's life. But then he suddenly changed, as if he became an entirely different person. Nowadays, he doesn't even have a shred of faith in the police force of Zhengfa. 12 years ago. I wonder what went on then. Might it have something to do with Lang's father and President Huang? Patricia Rowland, and you, Blaise de Best. Back then, the two of you killed off the Lang clan.
Were you involved in the incident 12 years ago?
That's right, I was. However, I'm not here to chase after ghosts of the past.
I'm here for you, Justine Courtney. That's not me. Dang. I guess that was so intense it killed the call. That was absolutely what it did. Good old Dickord.
So the last thing I saw is Courtney asks if Lang was there 12 years ago, and he's like, I was.
But I'm not here to chase ghosts of the past. I'm actually here for you, Judge Courtney. And then she goes,
Me?
you and one other.
Oh. John!
Miss Courtney, you're coming along too. As a suspect in the murder of the president of Zhengfa, Ji Zheng Huang. Agent Lang, what evidence do you... Settle down, Mr. Prosecutor. The investigation has only just begun. We're going to inspect the crime scene with the suspects in attendance. Agent Lang, did he get his hands on some new pieces of evidence? If you have any objections, he can tag along as well. I shall do just that. I feel like Lang's just being hasty. I don't know if he's actually the killer.
Yeah, the fact that he's doing this makes it seem less likely.
Although, this could just be an elaborate ruse.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Can you imagine if they, like, effectively killed off Lotta Hart by making her do some galaxy brain shit?
There's no way. There's
No,
no
I
way.
don't think they did.
I don't think it can be anyone who used to appear in a game. Like, Simon Keyes, it could be because he's new. But, like, they wouldn't make it, like, Regina Berry. And I'm also thinking, like, Metame is like, yeah, it couldn't be Gumshoe, because if it was Gumshoe...
We would have heard about it on the internet.
Yeah. People would be like, man, I love Gumshoe. Just wait until you see Investigations 2. You'll hate him then.
Right.
I don't know. You know, the trial is not always the end of the case. There are still many more mysteries yet unsolved surrounding the murder of the president. Namely, the true nature of the giant monster, and come and get me. I'll be looking forward to it. That is, if you can bring me to justice. But I highly doubt that. The true identity of the person on the other end of the phone. To be continued.
Give us some time if you want to get this next part started, or at least a bit.
We can at least check it out. It's one of these 5 people. Who do you think it is?
It's me, I'm the investigator guy.
Yeah, I did it. What was your reason, Mr. Investigator Guy?
I was bored.
You kidnapped the child because you were bored?
No, I didn't kidnap the child. That was...
I kidnapped Sebastian. Sebastian is also a child. Well... Could you please give it a rest already? The heck! I'm telling y'all, it's best for y'all's sakes to come clean.
The staff has their lips sealed shut as their reporters continue their tenacious negotiations. If you're not here to cooperate with the investigation, I must ask you to vacate the premises.
Put a sock in it, Copper. Y'all couldn't even stop Mozilla's invasion.
Based. Not only did they secretly raise a giant monster, but now the staff is trying to cover it up.
Like I said, we haven't been raising any monsters here at the film lot.
You said you done seen Gordy yourself.
Sure, I saw it, but it's not like we were keeping it at the film lot.
Mind if we butt in? Dun, 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 dun. No.
Mr. Edgeworth.
She's so fucking tiny. Look at that, like, cut from her to John. Or to...
It is like the biggest person in the room next to the smallest.
Yeah.
And John. Oh, y'all come here to search for the monster too? We're searching for a criminal, not a monster. Like Z says, the darkness inside a criminal's heart can be likened to a monster. Well, when it comes to killing people, criminals aren't much different from monsters.
Agent Lang, this is a problem. I can't let outsiders near the crime scene.
Listen, bud, if you find a way to move like these 15 people, I'd be very impressed. These are all key figures in the case.
Aren't they all key figures
Bear
in
trap, go!
I'd like to have them here when the investigation resumes.
Agent Lang, regarding what you said about resuming the investigation, where do you intend to start?
We'll start by reviewing the case. Today, the body of President Huang was found here at the film lot. The president's whereabouts from 2 nights ago are still unknown.
It seems he snuck out from under the eyes of his bodyguards and ventured outside.
And that night was the last time he was seen alive. It was when he met you, Judge Courtney, on the roof of the Grand Tower.
Who was John?
Who is he?
No, who was John? Who voiced John?
Oh, me.
Ah, okay.
So why'd you meet with the president?
That I cannot say.
Can't tell us even under suspicion of murder?
Can't say. Why not? Miss Courtney, if you don't say anything, you'll only be more suspicious.
Ah! She must have a reason to clam up. I think you're somehow involved in the president's assassination.
The president's body was only discovered today. That still leaves a blank of 1 whole day after Judge Courtney met with him unaccounted for.
Don't be so impatient. We're gonna fill in that blank right here, right now. The evening on that blank day in question is what's important. What happened here last night? So why don't you tell us, John Marsh?
Me?
We know you were here last night.
What? John was here?
Between that little Missy's testimony and the footprints we found, we can easily prove it.
John, you were rehearsing here last night, right?
You were spying on me?
Well, I'm sorry, I just came to check up on things. You really shouldn't be staying up so late, you know?
Mind your own business. John Marsh, that young lady was worried about you. You will not speak to her like that. Sorry. How many times have I told you to be more mindful of the way you speak? Is it just me, or does Miss Courtney's personality seem kind of different?
She seems to be as strict with her own son as she is with those who violate the law.
Are you listening to me? And earlier as well. I gotta say, like, I've never been big on the whole MILF thing, but I think that her being a very good mother is actually making her more attractive to me.
Oh no, she's amazing actually. She's like a really cool character.
You should always bear that in mind, no matter the occasion.
Can we get on with the investigation already?
Langzy says, and he like also goes through an entire list of things.
Pardon me.
For Judge Courtney to get carried away like that. This must be her motherly side. Agent Lang, do you suspect John?
All I want is the truth. Why was the president killed? I want to know who killed him. I'll do whatever it takes to find out. It seems the present was like family to him. John, would it be alright if we asked you for a few questions?
Sure, it's fine. I've got nothing to hide anyway. I wasn't feeling too great during yesterday's shoot, so I made a few bloopers. They're reshooting the scene today, so... Well, I decided to rehearse a little on my own, that's all. I do it all the time. There wasn't anything out of the ordinary. You were rehearsing alone that late at night. John, when I called you last night, you told me you were at the hotel.
You called him? About what time was that?
I believe it was around 11 p.m. I require him to call me every night. That's our rule whenever he stays away from home. The truth is, I was at the film lot during that time. So you lied to me. I'm sorry. This Carney sure is angry. I think it's admirable that he practiced on his own, even if he hid it from his mom.
I'm sure she was simply worried. Who knows what could have happened to him out alone here so late at night. And in reality, he did get caught up in yesterday's incident.
But John said there wasn't anything out of the ordinary, right?
Was that really the truth?
Wasn't feeling too great. Oh yeah, right. Where are these? That's probably fine. I mean, it's probably the out of the ordinary line that we object to.
Yeah. Yeah, because, like, if you look... I don't know if we have that picture, but out of the ordinary were the fucking holes in the ground.
Well, I think that those weren't there.
They were there. When he was practicing, they were there.
Really? There's the practice video. You can check it. Oh yeah, they were there.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I guess you could present that. Yeah.
Something very out of the ordinary, John. That was like the first thing I noticed. I'm like, why is there the fucking hole in the ground there? Was there anything out of the ordinary? That's a lie, isn't it? We have evidence right here.
Could that be?
That's right. It's the video recorded of your performance. Guys, please stop making my mom want to kick the shit out of me. What? You telling me you have video from last night? Exactly. And in that video, there's clearly something that is out of the ordinary. This is a monster's footprint! Would you say that monster's footprints are commonplace in a film set?
Well, I mean, John, why did you conceal this video from us? No reason, really.
Hey, pup, this is no joking matter. You had a reason to hide it, right?
John Marsh, answer him clearly. But Mom...
Well...
I didn't want anyone to see me rehearsing.
In other words, you're embarrassed about others seeing you practice.
Yeah. Got a problem with that?
You're saying that's why you hid the evidence?
John? Quit nagging me. You've already busted me. What more do you want? Yeah, the footprints were there, but I just practiced and headed home.
How come you're all so calm and find these footprints? It's a monster, you know, a real-life monster!
I thought it was just a part of the set. Besides, there's lots of other weird stuff around here, too. He's suspicious, Chief. This kid's real suspicious.
Did your mouth get, like, snapped by, like, a bear trap or something?
I Persona 3'd myself with a bear trap.
You're right. The smell of the scoop stinks to high heaven.
Shut up. We're done talking.
We're not done here yet.
What now?
The monster's footprints weren't the only unusual thing that happened here last night. Besides the monster's footprints, what other unusual thing happened last night?
Oh, the big statue head thing. right?
Oh, yeah, this tumbled off. A monster head fell from the roof of that building. Surely you must have known about that.
I don't know anything about it.
Is that true?
I told you, I just practiced a bit and then I went back. I don't know anything about Mozilla's head falling or anything like that. Or do you have evidence to show that I know something?
This kid. There certainly isn't any evidence of that. It's also possible that it fell after John had already gone back.
There's no evidence, then like I said, we're done talking.
Seems that John doesn't really want me to talk about last night. Or could he be hiding something after all?
Wait up.
Huh. Agent Lang?
It's as I thought. Thank you, Mr. Prosecutor. This video backs up my logic.
Huh? Is there something in the video that's related to the case?
Yeah, take a good hard look at that monster costume in the top left.
The
There's a
Mozilla
hole in it.
costume.
There's a slit.
Yeah.
Try comparing it with the one over there right now.
It looks like it's just hanging there limply, though. And the zipper on its back is zipped up tightly.
Zipper on its back. What this discrepancy is.
Yeah, the difference is plain to see. In the video, the zipper's clearly open. That's right. Someone was inside.
What?
Mr. Powers, is the costume zipper usually?
It's always zipped up tightly when it's not in use. Mr. Prosecutor, do you remember? My logic from before. 2 nights ago, Courtney pushed the president off the roof and killed him. Afterwards, she snuck into the film lot to hide the body.
In here?
Wouldn't it be easy to hide a body in a costume behind all this equipment? Then all she had to do last night was retrieve the body.
You're saying the body was hidden inside the costume?
Yeah, that's right. Judge Courtney, 2 nights ago you pushed the president off the roof of the tower. You then hid the body inside the monster costume.
I did no such thing.
Say what you want, but you're the only one who could have done it.
That should have already been proven impossible. The film lot was locked at the time. Judge Courtney could not have entered this place.
And what if there was an accomplice?
What?
I'll tell you my reasoning, so listen up.
My reasoning is that my argument falls apart if there isn't one.
The kid dragged the body into the costume.
Well, the kid would have, like, opened the lock for her or something.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
When the president was pushed off the roof, John was waiting at the film lot. John was an accomplice, the problem with the locks would be resolved. The two of them hid the president's body inside that monster costume over there.
And then he rehearsed, and they left the zipper open.
I feel like weight is never taken into account in any of these trials.
Weren't you just say like, oh, there's no way Kokichi could have dragged it?
Yeah. That was taken into account, yes. But, like, look at this, man. Look at this fucking unit. Look at this little itty bitty baby. And now she could probably lift him. Yeah, she could do it.
Oh my god, she's only 26.
Yeah. Wait a minute.
It's a little weird, right?
Wait a minute. What?
Maybe it's in like an adopted type of thing.
What? How the hell did that happen?
It's an adopted type of thing.
You have correctly found the reason why this game was never localized.
I doubt it.
No,
They would have
no.
just changed the fucking age.
You think this crime is such an elaborate plan? I feel like that's a mistake. Like, that should be like 36 or like...
Yeah, that could just be a mistake.
To take the life of the nation's president. An elaborate plan is to be expected, don't you think?
John would never take part in such a crime.
You're the one being suspected. Your words don't carry much weight.
I wouldn't think those two had sufficient motive for something like this, though.
Well, maybe they had a motive that we didn't know about. You were the last one to meet with the president, and you're still keeping the details secret.
Don't you think it's only natural that you're being suspected? Judge Courtney, is there no way for you to tell us your secret?
My apologies. I just cannot, no matter what. However, when the time I can talk about it comes, I will surely let you know. So, if you could please...
Believe you. Is that what you want to say? That's what all criminals say. And you, pup, if you've got an explanation, hurry up and spit it out.
I didn't do nothing. That's all I'm saying.
Both mother and son won't talk. Still gonna defend him like this? It's true Judge Courtney's actions are a mystery.
He said it's true!
However, we still don't know whether or not that ties in with a motive for murder. Yeah, that's right. Their motive for murder can wait. For now, let's talk about the situation surrounding the crime. And the fact that these two are the only ones who could have done it.
Mr. Lang's logic does seem to make sense if you're high.
Indeed, if those two were accomplices, the crime certainly would have been possible. So it would be useless to argue that point.
In that case, what should we do?
Firstly,
Take
we should have
whatever
Agent
fucking
Lang
drugs he's
explain
on?
his reasoning in more detail. Let's draw out some more information.
So we press.
Yeah. How? Supposing these two were accomplices, why would they have needed to leave the body hanging for there the entire day? Why don't you give it a rest and take a good hard look at reality? Thanks to that trickery, our investigation has been confused up until now. Doesn't that about answer your question? Got it. Those two hid the body inside that monster costume over there. In the video, we cannot see the inside of the costume, so can you really say for certain that the body was placed inside? Yeah, I'll give you that much. In that case, why don't we try examining it? The inside of that costume. There might be some traces left inside. Mr. Powers, may we examine the inside of the costume?
No.
Sure, go ahead. But it might be kind of stinky since I sweat a lot in there. And also there was a dead body in there, apparently. This is incredibly dirty. Oh yeah, sweat sand. That's strange. Make sure to clean it after using it so that sweat doesn't damage the costume. Isn't that just proof that someone else besides you used this costume? Let's say that dirt from the body probably got into the costume.
The president's body did fall on top of the monster's footprint. That must be where the dirt came from.
Are you satisfied now?
Okay, so this is probably where we present. I mean, it does look like the same dirt.
Yeah.
But, like... Yeah, that didn't feel... the thing is, it's like, I feel like Blaze is probably done.
Yeah. In that case, the evidence is lying through its teeth. So that wasn't it.
Even if you defang him, he's still a wolf. As expected, he's tough.
Yeah, he's a worthy opponent indeed.
Check the crime scene notes.
This proves that he had touched the back of the dirt and then was tossed inside, I think.
Right. Because... Yeah. That's a good point,
But that's not a contradiction. That's just supporting.
Right. Yeah.
So dirt got into the costume when the body was hidden inside. Wouldn't that mean that the dirt was transferred from the body? Isn't that obvious? How else would you say it got there?
There's dirt stuck everywhere inside the costume. It looks particularly bad around the chest area.
Dirt around the
Oh, the
chest.
chest.
Cannot overlook this fact. Because in the chest he had a yellow stain.
Mr. Ling's logic does seem to me... Okay, we already read this. Okay, I see. I thought that was the back of the costume, so...
There should be a yellow stain, too. Dirt got onto the costume when the body was hidden inside it. Is that really the case? You have a problem with that? There's a fair amount of dirt inside the front of this costume.
Yeah, that is a lot of dirt.
Oh boy, that's a lot of dirt.
Where's my fucking Uber Eats?
They can't deliver to a crime site, Kay. However, I would still like to focus on the state the body's in. Oh, wait, your Uber... Oh, right, no, that got burned. Yeah, Blaze burned that.
Burned? What?
Yeah, he burned it.
He burned what, the shake?
No, he burnt my shake. No, he burnt your Uber Eats order.
My order?
He declared it was on paper and he burned it.
But I did it on the fucking app.
Yeah, and somehow he got like the paper docs for it and burned it.
Wow, whoever made that joke in the first place must be really stupid. That doesn't make any sense.
Flying on top of the dirt, yet there's no dirt in front of the body. The body really was inside the costume. Then it's strange that the front of the body isn't stained with more dirt!
I guess that's one way to, you know.
Well, how would you explain it? How did the dirt get inside the costume? From the video footage, it's very likely that someone was inside the costume. But just who could it have been?
Where have I seen this?
I should be okay.
I just feel like I remember seeing something that looked like this dirt somewhere before. But where was it? There were these bits of gray fragments mixed in with the dirt.
Gray fragments. It does seem to be something other than normal dirt mixed into it.
Something must have gotten stuck to it, and lots of it, I might add.
Something got stuck to it. That may merit a closer look. Where did we see dirt that looks like it got stuck inside the inside of the costume?
I mean, the gloves.
Yeah. This dirt has some gray bits mixed into it. What of it? We found an item belonging to a certain man that was covered in the same type of dirt. Oh, I get it. You're talking about your phoenix, right? Anytime you say that man, or you say, like, your friend, right? Well, is he it? Because we caught him around the side of the building. This girl. Hi, Mr. Edgeworth.
No. Wait, the girl died.
Oh. Oh, no. That is to say, these gloves. Those dirt stains certainly look the same. But tell me, just what exactly is this gray substance? This gray substance is...
concrete, baby.
Yeah. This gray substance must be fragments of concrete.
You mean the stuff that was scattered around the monster's footprints?
Exactly. Meanwhile, who do these gloves, which are stained with the same kind of dirt, belong to?
Oh, I remember. We found it at Blaze's place.
Earlier today, we went to Blaze's garage. There, we discovered these dirt-stained gloves. Come to think of it, there was also hammers, shovels, and other tools placed inside as well. What? Cover cement? Cement. That's concrete, baby. What?
It's just an older meme that bounces around my head whenever I hear the word concrete.
Okay. Why would mechanics gloves intended to be used on machines be covered in dirt? If he broke the concrete with the hammer and then dug into the soil with the shovel, then it's only natural for dirt like that to get on the gloves.
Then maybe you're gonna be the one to change me.
Yeah, the true nature of the monster's footprints has been made clear. It's possible that these footprints were dug up by Blaze to best himself. It's possible. It's possible, you say. Please do enlighten me. Because I honestly have no clue. Why on earth would you do something like that? Why did he make the monster footprints? Thinking about it, the answer must be... Since he made 3 holes, he must have been digging something up and looking for it.
Yeah, because I mean, it'd be a pretty shit way to bury something. It's like, okay, here's 3 pretty obvious spots, right?
It's possible he was digging something up. Probably went something like this. Last night at this spot, there was something that Blaze needed to dig up. For that reason, he broke the lock on the back door and sneaked into the film.
I like how this whole time they're like, nobody could have gotten in here, there was a lock. And then they're like, Blaze broke the lock. Locked it.
Yeah, you know. Using the hammer and the shovel, he set to work.
I think it does line up because like the lock was broken at a certain point in time, but it's just funny, like, out of context.
Excuse me, sir, I'm practicing. Yeah, I'll be done in a minute. I'm just digging. He placed the items he dug up into his bag, but before he could fill the holes.
Ah, that's when John came to practice.
Exactly. Blaze panicked and had no choice but to hide himself inside the Mozilla costume nearby. And not, you know, go up the stairs and hide there, hide behind the building. No, jump inside the Mozilla costume.
For some reason, he made them look like Mozilla footprints.
Yeah. You know? Ugh. To think you would deduce so much from just a pair of dirt-stained gloves! However, all this is merely a possibility. There's still no proof that he was the one who was hiding inside the costume. For all we know, he might have left the scene once he finished digging. On the contrary, such proof does exist and can be seen in the video. When this video was recorded, Blaze was definitely inside the film lot. What? Oh, because you can see his motorcycle there. I can't blame Agent Lang for not noticing. The difference between the current film lot and the one in John's video. Along with the state of Blaze's garage, it's all too clear that Blaze was still here. What proves that Blaze was still at the film lot when this video was recorded? Point out that problematic area. Ladies and gentlemen of the film lot, this bag placed near the costume. There was an identical one inside Blaze's garage.
Oh, so it's not the motorcycle.
Okay, it's just a bag. Alright. First the dirt and the gloves, and now the bag. Seems there's a connection. You need to put this guy in jail like yesterday. He keeps getting into fucking trouble.
I mean, if you're, you know, above the law, you're just gonna do crime after crime after crime.
And that's my proof. Blaze was inside the costume. Ergo, the president's body could not have been hidden inside it. Ah-ya! It seems I was able to refute Agent Lang's reasoning, and he tried a karate move on me. Somebody needs to go investigate Blaze's house right away, pal. Oh, wait. We need to know what's inside that bag.
Yes, sir!
Y'all bite down and listen up. Y'all have just been saying whatever works best for y'all. And the noisy one returns. That there's the footprints of the mighty Mozilla. There ain't just some random holes dug up by some old coot. I believe the true nature of these footprints has already been proven quite logically. Logic schmogic, I ain't buying it. Say whatever you want, but I know what I saw, and I saw Mozilla. Is she referring to how she saw Mozilla out of the window of the Grand Tower? Preposterous.
Upon your journalist souls, we ain't having none of it.
That statement is an insult to journalists everywhere.
Ah, that's right. There's more to them monsters than just those footprints. I remember hearing that Sunny over there was seen with the monster earlier. I reckon that gal over there said she witnessed it herself. It's definitely not a crane moving the Mozilla head.
When these two are together, all meaningful talk grinds to a halt.
If we only knew what the monster really was, I think those two would quiet down. Mr. Edgeworth, isn't there anything you can do?
The monster's true identity. We don't have much choice. Let's see what we can do. Isn't there something y'all can be telling us about that y'all ain't telling us about this monster? Nicole, ask him. Ask him right now. Please settle down. Regarding the true identity of that monster, I already know what it is. What'd you say? That's right. The video John recorded proved the hint that I needed. What you talking about, Willis? Mr. Coles saw Gordy. when she went to check up on John's practice. At the same time, she mistook something for Gordy. The monster can be seen in this photograph.
What? Ain't that just some plain old souvenir photo? Y'all really don't think you can pull the wool over our eyes with a pro like me, do you?
What did Miss Nichols really see that she mistook for Gordy?
Oh, that camera thingy.
Yeah.
That thing.
It had a long neck. Naturally, Gordy's true identity was this camera crane.
What?
The video John recorded was shot from fairly high up. A shot from this position would be impossible without a camera crane.
Hold it. But there ain't no way Mr. Coles would mistake a camera crane for Gordy.
Jovi would never mistake a camera crane for Gordy. I wonder about that, Miss Nichols.
Yeah?
Earlier you said the prescription for your glasses didn't match your eyesight anymore, correct?
Yeah, lately it seems my eyesight's suddenly gotten a lot worse.
She looks kind of like she had a pop brownie before this.
Probably. So would you say that you weren't able to see Gordy very clearly in the dark?
That's right. That was all I could make out.
Nobody who's sober does that like hand pose when they talk. But remember what Mr. Cole said? And I quote, "Its skin was really scaly, almost like a reptile."
Camera cranes ain't got no flesh on them, let alone skin. It's just a bare steel frame.
That is certainly true, at least in the case of this photo. However, last night it did have skin.
Y'all just doing whatever you say just to get in the way of our big scoop, ain't you?
That was not my intention. Although now that you mention it, yes. But since I've come this far, it's time to put an end to your nonsense. Gordy's skin is right before our very eyes. It's the tarpaulin. I don't actually know if it's called the tarpaulin here, but...
Whatever it's called.
As Mr. Cole stated in her testimony earlier, it looks like it was going to rain last night. Well, it never actually rained. John still covered the camera crane with a rainproof sheet, which, to Miss Nichols, looked like a monster's skin.
What?
Bear trap.
That was me.
You gotta be kidding me.
Isn't that right, John?
Man, you saw through it all. Not bad, old man. On the top, you got a bald spot. What? Ah, I got you.
Unfortunately, the Gordy that Miss Nicole saw was nothing more than an illusion.
Not again. Looks like my dream has shriveled up and died yet again.
A Mentor. Seems like things have finally settled down.
I really thought the boy was hiding something from me. Guess I had it all wrong. Now that we've figured out the true form of the monster, everyone seems refreshed.
Actually, there's two people here who are totally bummed out. My name changed from officer to forensics. The report is in, sir. We got the results of President Huang's autopsy.
Good. Show it to me.
Contusions and bone fractures found across the body resulting from tremendous pressure. So this is the cause of death. In other words, he was crushed to death. I thought as much.
He'll stain on his chest is currently under investigation. But it seems that gunpowder residue was found in his right hand.
Sunflower residue? I didn't know the president was into gardening.
No gunpowder residue. Traces of it are left behind when a gun is fired.
The bullet's fingerprint?
The fingerprints of a gun. Since it's been found on his right hand, it's possible that the president fired a gun.
A gun, huh? We didn't find any guns when we investigated this area.
Unexplained gunpowder residue. I'll have to look over in the autopsy report later.
Yeah, make sure you don't update it, am I right?
I have already updated the autopsy report once.
No, it looks like you said the yellow
Pray I do not
stain
update it
was,
further.
Piss, alright. Mr. Edgeworth?
It's very... They need to drink more water if that's piss. Now then, Agent Lang. It seems we have our answer. The president did not die from falling off the roof of the Grand Tower. Rather, he died from being crushed under Mozilla's head. You could say he got head.
Let's not, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's not say that.
Oh, okay. I can't deny that. Looks like your logic was right after all.
This means the suspicion surrounding Miss Courtney should be cleared up, right?
Yeah. Yes, not only the cause of death, but the time of death proves her innocence as well. Judge Courtney met with the president 2 nights ago. However, according to the autopsy report, the time of death was around 11 p.m. last night. Mozilla's head also fell last night. It matches up perfectly.
That's a relief.
Is it a bit too early to be relieved? Agent Lang.
President died after being crushed by the Mozilla's head. That I will admit. But the problem is, who was responsible for the falling head?
Mozilla's head fell last night, and last night the one who was at the film lot was...
What are you saying? Surely you're not implying...
That's right. You killed him, didn't you? John Marsh.
I'm 13.
Yeah, well, you can still do it.
No.
That pup is hiding something. He was at the scene where the body was discovered last night. He also saw the footprints. And despite that, he still claims to know absolutely nothing about the incident. Huh, isn't that a bit too convenient?
These footprint-shaped holes have not been proven to be related to the case. Just because he saw the holes doesn't necessarily mean that he's involved in the incident.
You sure about that? Take a look at the pup's face.
He looks pretty shaken up to me. It looks like he hit the mark, but John doesn't want to talk about it.
If he doesn't feel like talking, then I have the idea of my own. Let's check the tape.
Agent Lang, what is your intention?
The police have a device that lets you analyze the video footage up close and personal.
Agent Lang, you would suspect John enough to go that far.
To bring mumbo-jumbo pseudoscience into this.
CSI Miami.
So long as John's lips are sealed. This may be the only way for us to get closer to the truth. Detective Gum Shoe. If I'm not mistaken, you have that device with you, correct?
Mr. Analysis is ready to go, sir. Now we're talking.
Prosecutor Edgeworth, would you please perform the video analysis for us?
She wants me to do it?
Who knows what kind of faults that Wolfman will find in it.
Isn't this exactly my strong suit? This isn't exactly my strong suit, but I suppose I have no choice.
And let's save state and do this next time, because it's a bit past 2.
Yep. Oh, I literally can't save. I have to actually make a save state.
Yeah.
Okay. Just gotta remember that I have the save states.
Yeah, make like a few just in case.
Alright. Well, that has been Investigations for the Night.
Very productive episode. Lots of good jokes came, like the like the Kay gets a mobile order bit. Wow.
She never got that mobile order, did she?
Well, that's like a cliffhanger for next time.
Yeah. This session also, like, unironically made me really want a Danganronpa crossover with Ace Attorney.
Yeah.
Even if it's just a non-canon fuck nonsense. It's literally just Monokuma and, like, a bunch of, like, Ace Attorney characters. Maybe, like, 1 or 2 Danganronpa characters.
Mm-hmm. Well, it really made me want... See, I already wanted, Courtney for physical reasons, but now I want her for emotional reasons, which is the complete package.
It is very interesting that she is only double the age of her son. There's probably something there.
I'm guessing it's an adoption thing. I don't know.
Hopefully it's not something like, oh, his father is the president of the country.
Oh, and then, yeah, there's some gross shit happen. I mean, maybe. But I guess we'll find out.
An incident 12 years ago. 12 years ago, he was, like, 1 year old.
Yeah.
We'll find out.
We'll find out! next time.
Next time.